thank you so much for resubbing. I appreciate it. Yes, Abe, on YouTube. I do stream on Twitch as well. I stream to both platforms, so feel free to watch wherever is most comfortable for you. If you're new here, you can type !socials to get my website to go wherever you want to go. And here we go already with a raid from my bestie Lulu. Lulu, welcome in. I hope you had a great stream. I was able to only tune in for a little bit. I'm really jealous of playing Pokopia. I just can't justify a switch to. Welcome in, everybody. If you don't already know me, my name is Miki, and Lulu is my bestie. And so today we're just having a just chatting stream. We literally just started, so you are not missing anything. Feel free to make yourself cozy. Super happy to have you here. If you got a raid and run, that is also no problem. Please make sure to drink plenty of water, get up and stretch, do whatever you need to do. Obviously, taking care of yourself is the #1 priority. Cheese, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, kick back, relax. I hope you had a fantastic stream, Lulu. Oh, every time it loads in an asset, it always takes it a minute. Let's switch back over. Hi, Chloe. Yeah, hi, everyone. Welcome in. Super glad to have you guys here. We had a fantastic stream yesterday, and I am legitimately so grateful for everyone that tuned in. If you guys missed it, you missed out on... Someone acknowledges me as Cheese instead of my full name? Nah, I mean, I don't know. I sight read usernames, and then I just try to choose whatever makes the most sense to call you. Like, I see Green Derek here, but I'm not gonna call him Derek. I'm gonna go by Green because, like, sequentially, it's the first thing in the username. But, like, I like Cheese. I'm not gonna call you I like. So, therefore, I default to Cheese, and your name is now Cheese. Just got back from Dynasty. Nice. Well, welcome in, Nuri. But yeah, if you guys were not here in stream... also, Ali, congrats on the 95 stream streak. You guys missed out on a banger yesterday. It was such a fun stream. And, dude, YouTube was popping off just as much as Twitch. It was crazy. Can you say one phrase in Russian? You're very nice. I'll be grateful if you say phrase. I would just say neither of those. Because you were potentially being a troll. And I don't say things like that because I can see the second one, even in English, could be, you know, misinterpreted as something else. And I don't know what the Russian is, so I'm not going to be saying that. Hi, G. Welcome in. It's all good. Take care of yourself. If you guys are tired, please go take care of yourself first and foremost. Are you a shark? I am a shark. I am actually an angel shark. Although my tail is, you know, below the table, so you can't really see it that well. Yesterday I tuned in for about an hour since I had to go to sleep. But I learned from the Bible study that suffering is the reason why we're able to be here and experience life. Yep, you hit the nail on the head, Jason. Yeah. But yesterday we averaged about 110 viewers across platforms. And we peaked at nearly 160, which is crazy. I did not expect to have such a poppin' stream for my first Bible study. It honestly blew my mind a little bit. So I am very grateful for everyone that tuned in. And it's made me so happy, you know, getting comments on my shirt and reel and all that today. Of everyone talking about how wonderful of a time they had or the things they learned. It makes me really happy because I was really nervous that, like, I don't know, maybe my stream would suck and you guys would just think I'm dumb or no one would care. But I had the opposite experience, which makes me feel really good. Yesterday was a great stream with a ton of good info. Highly recommend the VOD. Yeah! And next Sunday is going to be, like, part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Essentially, yesterday we covered the topic of suffering. I did not yet, Alpine. I did not. So I can do wheel spins for you once I get done with my intro. Yeah, so yesterday we talked about what suffering is, why it is necessary, you know, why God keeps it around. And right at the end of stream, we kind of introduced the topic of the good that can come out of suffering. I left you guys on a little bit of a cliffhanger because next week we are actually going to be talking more about suffering, but now that we've kind of laid the framework down for what suffering is, next week we're going to be talking about how to handle suffering from a biblical perspective. Yeah! So it is gonna be super, super fun. And, you know, we'll talk about, you know, prayer, reading your Bible, what to do when you feel like God isn't answering your prayers the way you want him to, things like that. So, hi Kai, greetings, welcome in, and hello Godzilla also. Super glad to have you all here. But today I just wanted to have a more normal chatting stream, I suppose, where I can, you know, say hi to everyone in a little more of an official setting, because we have had so many new faces lately. Hi Gray, welcome in, and nice. But we've had so many new faces lately, and I just wanted to be able to, you know, say hi, get to talk to you guys, because obviously yesterday I was more focused on giving the whole like Bible lesson that I had, that I haven't been able to talk to you guys as directly. I don't think we've had a just chatting stream in a while. And that's fair. I'm not sure we have either. I mean, to be honest, I'm a yapper, so any stream quickly becomes a just chatting stream, but a dedicated just chatting stream, I don't know. From my experience, there's a lot of nice Christians online, just that there's also a lot of people who just cause problems. Yeah, I mean, that's how it can be sometimes. But like I said, I'm just very grateful for, you know, everything that's happened, because if you guys didn't know, I decided a little less than a week ago that I wanted to start doing Christian streams, and like it got a really positive reception. I think the video's at nearly 70K on Instagram, which is actually insane to me. And so, essentially, like, I don't know, I just had a really rough week afterwards, but, you know, I stuck it through, and I'm really glad I did, because I've had, you know, a lot of positive things come out of it. So, hi Ditto, welcome in, hope you're doing well. Is that the one guy? Is who the one guy asking to watch it? That's Zan. Zan isn't here today. At least not yet, I don't believe. Why do you ask? People are hungry for the word. That is true. And, you know, I really strive to, I guess, be like a judgment-free space or whatever, to where if you are someone that is, you know, a well-established Christian, if you're someone that is not religious at all, if you're a baby Christian, whatever you might be, you are more than welcome to tune in, and I will try to have my lessons in a way that is digestible that anybody can understand. And yes, 70K. I know, it's been bonkers. Let me actually check for realsies. It's actually at 73,000. And all of my shorts have been popping up since. And since that one was 73,000, I had another one this week that is at 23,000. So I am about to hit 7,500 followers on Instagram right now. I literally have had my Instagram account like a month and a half now. So, and literally 5,000 of those followers have come like in the last week, which is bonkers to me. Type of Christian, I am not Catholic, so I fall on the Protestant side of things, but I do not follow any one particular denomination. I just believe that God is my God, Jesus died on the cross for me, and I trust the Bible above all else, because while people's words change, God's never does. And so, rather than, you know, just following one specific denomination, you know, I read my Bible and I pray for God to give me discernment so I know what to believe. So, yeah! Hi, First! Welcome in! Yeah! Lulu Rated, thank you so much for that. But welcome in, everyone. You know, if you came from the whole raid situation, glad to have you all here. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. Again, if you got a raid and run, I totally understand. Absolutely zero hard feelings here. Vi, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Again, we're just having a nice, chill, chatting stream today, where I can get to know everybody, I guess, a little bit better. Or talk to you guys, because, you know, we had our whole, like, Bible stream yesterday, but I was really focused on the Bible stuff. I didn't really talk about me, so, I guess, it also works, you know. We just get to know each other. I don't know. Sorry, I hit a wall. I know there were a lot of questions about the timer on screen. I debuted June 26th, which was about a month ago. I am currently in my debut Donothon still. I have been having a really hard time getting through this timer. Once upon a time, it was above 4 days, because my community is bonkers, but we're finally below 2 days, which is awesome. If you're curious about it, you know, $1 is 1 minute. 100 bits a minute subs are like 3. I don't know. Just generally like $1 a minute or so. And that's what we're working with. And it's probably gonna take me ages to get through this timer still. But I promise I'm trying. Yeah, yesterday was the 1-month anniversary of debut. That's true. And speaking of that, I do need to do my wheel spins for Alpine. So give me 1 second for that. Let me... Hold on, my sources. Grab this. Where is my wheel? Here it is. Okay. I guess that works here. Let me, like, crop it slightly. Here you go, Alpine. I'll do your 2 wheel spins. Mods, if you can just write down in, like, your chat which 2 spins Alpine gets, please let me know. All the sticky notes are gonna make a comeback. And then I'm gonna have another stream this week where I'm going to reassess everybody's wheel spins, and anything I haven't done yet, I will get that taken care of. Okay, 2 sticky notes. There you go. Or maybe max an hour. Don't really remember the dono time. Oh yeah, I don't know how many you added. You added, I think, like 2 hours. To be honest, I don't know. You added, no, it was like an hour or 2. I'm not sure. All right, there you go. 2 sticky notes. All right, so you guys keep track of that for me for Alpine, so that I can, you know, get those forms back out and make sure I get everything done, because there's still a couple I need to do. I'm new. What's the timer for? That's what I was just talking about. I'm currently in my debut Donothon, because I debuted about a month ago, and so the timer is counting down. Donothon is over once the timer hits 0, but once upon a time it was above 4 entire days, so it's been taking me a while. I'm a little over halfway there finally. There's not an official Discord, by the way. There's only an unofficial one. It's a fan Discord. It's just because I've had, you know, personal issues with Discords in the past. I didn't really want to be liable for one. But my community is awesome, and they banded together to make one for themselves. So you can join the fan Discord. I believe it is 18 plus though. So please be respectful and mindful of that. Yeah. All right. Sounds good, Jasmine. But yeah, so that's what the timer is for. So essentially donations raise the timer, and we also have like goals we're going towards. So currently y'all have blown past all my main goals, and we're in the stretch goals right now. So our next goal is fish model. Worm, thank you so much for the follow, and that will be happening at 6,000, but we're still quite a ways from there. But who knows? We'll see what happens. Is streaming and making content difficult? Yes. It's easy to do as a hobby, but if you want to pursue it professionally, there's a lot of work that goes in, you know, behind the scenes. So, yeah. But that's kind of the rundown there. Anyways, how are you guys doing? How was y'all's weekend? I hope it was fantastic. I had a very busy one. Oh! Wait! We're getting another raid! Another raid! Let's go! Welcome in, everyone! I hope I'm saying your name right. Zadix? Zadix? Please correct me, please! But welcome in, everyone. Please, Twitch, go show Zadix some love. And my name is Miki, if you don't already know me. I am an Angel Shark VTuber. Today we are having a Just Chatting stream. You didn't miss anything. We're just getting started out. So feel free to make yourself nice and cozy. If you have to read and run, that's totally fine. Please take care of yourself. You know, make sure to drink some water, get up and stretch, eat some food, whatever you need. Otherwise, feel free to sit back, kick back, relax, whatever you want to do. I am so glad to have you guys here. What were you up to on stream? I hope you had a fantastic stream. Please, please, give us the whole rundown. Give us all the tea. Let me switch back over. Welcome in. Always glad to have new faces here. My flight got canceled today. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are you flying from? I know Off-Kai just happened, so people were like coming back from Off-Kai and things like that. But I don't know if that's related. My anime is good for a Christian. Ones that, you know, are not glorifying sinful things, especially lust, I would say. Because, you know, that's a really hard thing. One of my favorite animes is called Sonny Boy. S-O-N-N-Y. So, like, Sonny? Like how an old person would be like, oh, Sonny. And Sonny Boy. That's a really good one. I really like it. Although, if you're not into, like, philosophy and stuff, it might fly over your head a little bit. But it's a really good one. Really good one. Lots of food for thought. You're not just fighting people in Rocket League. Oh, really? Well, did you at least get some dubs? Stream has been pretty good. I've only been here about 15 minutes so far, so we're mostly just hanging out for right now. Oh, Vinland Saga is really good too. Yes, absolutely. Vinland Saga directly is a Christian anime, so not only is it like good for Christians to watch, but it literally is Christian in nature. So that is in fact a fantastic one. I'm really bad about not remembering the names of anime unless it's like brought up to me first. I need something to jog my memory, so thank you for that. Seriously. Yeah, Vinland Saga is so good. It is so good. I loved it whenever I watched it. Yeah, Attack on Titan is okay. Absolutely. I would even argue that Attack on Titan has some Christian themes in it. It's been forever since I've like really watched it and broken things down. But yeah, there definitely are arguments out there that it has Christian themes as well. Like I said, one of the biggest things, you know, if you want something like Christian, is I would say just stay away from anything that is overly sexual in nature, because obviously, especially in the times we live in now, lust is something people struggle with a lot. And obviously you don't want to consume content that is going to make you stumble in your walk. And that's like the hardest hurdle you have to like navigate around in terms of anime. But there's still plenty of good ones out there. No problem, Disciple. Take care of yourself. Appreciate you being here. Season 2 literally mentions Matthew. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in Vinland Saga. I don't know, it's just one of those things where you gotta go looking. A lot of the mainstream anime is not going to be super great, because also just the focus on like demons and like the devil and things like that. And obviously, you know, all of those things are real and it's good to know about them, but it's the whole glorification that, in my opinion, becomes the biggest issue. When Season 3 comes, it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited for Season 3, absolutely. Hi Link, welcome in. Summertime Rendering was a really good one. I watched it when it first came out. I don't remember everything about it, but I do remember it being really good. I don't remember what it was. I just have like vague fever dream memories of it and everything that went on, but I remember it was a wild ride, and I think I watched essentially the entire thing in one sitting. I know it was time traveling and all this other stuff. I'm just saying, like, I did not expect that going into the anime. It just kind of caught me out of left field. It actually came out at the same time as Sunny Boy, so I didn't watch Sunny Boy when it first came out because I was too preoccupied with Summertime Rendering. And crazy enough, Summertime Rendering was a Disney anime. Because, you know, Disney makes animes now, if you didn't know that. And so I had pretty low expectations. I was like, Disney anime? I don't know. It was good, though. It was really good. Hi, Mossy. Welcome in. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Seriously? Yeah, it was released. I remember watching it like on Disney Plus. Ray Ren Beyond Journey's End's really good. Has Stevens, but the way they portray them are accurate. They don't humanize them like some shows do. Nice. I know a lot of people have talked about Freyren and said it's really good, like Christian-wise. But I've personally never watched it, so I don't really know anything on that topic, unfortunately. No, I have never played Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna be real. I was never really interested in it. Nor do I think I ever will be. Which I know sometimes gets people's, like, panties in a wad. But I don't know. Freyren is 100% something I can recommend. That's what everyone says. I don't know. I don't know what's been stopping me from watching it, to be honest. Every now and then you'll be reminded Disney makes anime. I know! It's so strange. You think of Disney and anime is not what you expect. Like, and here's the crazy part too. One of the, like, the first animes Disney did was a yaoi. That's how... Literally, that's how I found out Disney made anime. I was like, what the heck is Disney doing? It's like called Twisted Wonderland or something. I don't know much about it, but I remember hearing it's like a yaoi or something. And I'm like, why is Disney like making their debut anime yaoi? Out of all the things that they could be doing, bro. I don't know. The recent rise in American studios setting up studios in Japan to make content primarily for America is a bit funny. That's true. Because it sells. I know, it's just... I don't know. As someone new to anime, I watched Freyren and I loved it. Like I said, I know a lot of people love Freyren. So, I've heard a lot of good things. Yeah, they made furry stuff. Well, it's less the anime. It was more just crazy to me that one of their debut things was, again, literally yaoi. I don't know, because I remember hearing people talk about it. I don't know much about it. I just remember people discussing it online and being like, that doesn't really feel like something Disney should really be, like, making. But, you know... But hey, they had, like, their merger with, what's it called? Hulu, sorry. I lost my train of thought for a second. What's up, Max? Sup? How you doing? Welcome back in. Make yourself cozy. We're just having a nice little yapping time right now. We were talking about anime and Christian anime. Oh, Violet Evergarden is a really good one. I really liked Violet Evergarden as well. I would recommend it. Disney has become too demonic. Bring back Mickey Mouse? Absolutely. Well, that's what I'm saying. Even with the fact that, like, some of the first anime they made was yaoi, I was like, man, Disney, go back to your roots. What are you doing? How is Disney making yaoi weird? Because it's Disney, bro. It's all the social stuff nowadays, man. Go back to your roots. Why are you making this garbage? Especially just dabbling into anime, dude. Like, Disney makes a lot of content for kids, and I'm like, really? That's what you're gonna start out with? School Rumble's what got me into anime? I'm not familiar with that one. Maybe I have. I've been watching Chainsmoker Cat. Interesting. I cannot get into that. A little too crazy for me. Disney often did some films for adults. They just published them without their main branding. Yeah. Evan Call also made the soundtrack for Freyren and Violet Evergarden. Oh, that's really cool. Well, because by the time Disney got into making anime, they were full on making stuff for the modern audience. Oh, I know, Final. It's just sad. That's all I mean is, like, as someone that whenever I was young, I really liked, you know, watching old Disney. It's made me sad. Like, all of the social propaganda, essentially, that has been in the recent stuff. I don't know. Actually, I don't remember the timeline of when things come out. I think Tangled is one of the last films I really enjoyed by them. I don't know. Disney cut a movie that was beautiful just to go 3D. Movies like Treasure Planet? Yeah, that is true. I heard Disney's more of a law firm that sometimes makes movies due to how strict they are with copyright. Oh yeah, they're very strict with that stuff. Anybody, like anything can get taken down, man. Disney does not play around about their IPs. So nothing after 2015. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate anything necessarily after Tangled. Some of them were okay, but the last thing I truly loved, I think, was Tangled. I'm not sure. Disney is the Nintendo of the West. Actually, that is a pretty accurate comparison, I'd say. I don't know. Yeah. That seems about right. Yeah, Disney does not play around in the same way that, whatchamacallit, Nintendo doesn't play around. At some point when you have enough money, you don't care about profits. You care more about setting and changing narratives. I know. I mean, I know the logical reason why they do all that stuff. I don't really care for it myself, personally. And it just, like, I don't know. I see right through it. It all starts to feel like propaganda more than, like, an actual meaningful story with, like, a moral behind it. I don't know. It's sad Japan is pretty much the only country doing hand-drawn animation anymore. It seems like best we get is cheap flash animation. Yes, that is true. Although I heard something, I don't know enough about it, but I heard that there was a rumor floating around that Disney is wanting to go back to hand-drawn animation. I haven't looked into that, so it literally is propaganda, lame. It literally is propaganda. It is pushing an agenda, which by definition is propaganda. But yeah. Unrelated news, did you hear that? How that thing people claim wasn't going to be true at Off-Guide turned out to be? Oh, yeah, the Fansly thing! I did hear about that. I did hear about that. I mean, I don't really know enough. I just know that the Fansly thing was there. I didn't go to Offkai. Too far away. I don't know. I'm a little bit of a homebody. But, yeah, it seemed a little awkward. Oh! Kitty treats! Alright, guys, y'all ready to see my cats? I don't even know if they're here right now. Give me a sec to, like, move their couch, too. Oh, I was like, why is the couch so heavy that I'm moving with my foot? It's because there was already a cat there. Alright, here we go. No, don't leave, Milky. I was gonna give you treats. Why'd you get off the couch? I wanted everyone to see how cute you were. Milky. I guess you're the only kitty in here, so you're the only one getting treats right now. Alright, there you go. I don't know where my other cats are. They're probably in a different room. Milky is the only one here. So, she gets the treats today. I gave her a couple of them. She's living her best life. You can see my cats have dragged some of their toys into this area now. As well. Setup is cute. Yeah, it's actually... Okay, I have a really scuffed setup. So, this is actually directly at my feet. Let me show. So, literally, if I crawl under my desk, it's right there. And so, it has to do because I have a really weird room setup. So, this is actually a closet that you're currently seeing. Oh, I think when I moved the couch, one of her toys was under it. And now she's upset at me. She's like, Mom, you crushed my toy. I call it her Milky Fish. It's her little fish toy. Hold on, I'm gonna have to crawl under there, so I gotta change this back so I don't, like, dox myself. Hold on. Oh, okay, I freed her toy. Ugh. Alright, I'm good. But yeah, it's actually a closet that's kind of, like, blocked off from my desk. Ram, thanks so much for subbing. I appreciate it. Okay, let me switch back. Now that I freed her little fish for her. Which you can now see. But yeah, so it's a little closet and my desk is actually blocking the closet. So the only way I can access the closet is like pulling a Coraline and crawling under my desk to get into the closet. And the door is just permanently open and I have all my stuffed animals in there. Let me see if I can change the camera a little without it falling. There you go. So you can see all of my stuffed animals there. So right now, that is like my audience, essentially. On the other side of my desk. Yeah, it's my HDMI cord. Ignore it. Ignore it. It's because I need to buy a different camera. The original camera I had wasn't working, so I'm using a webcam. Yeah, essentially, the closet is now the cat's room. I just decorated it, and so that bed in the corner is like an IKEA doll bed. And then there's the couches on the side that they like to sleep on. So, yeah. A Marie? What do you mean, Marie? I don't know, I have a lot of stuff. I have a billion plushies. And that's where my cats live. I like to joke they're living stuffed animals. Ta-da! Makes for a good kitty hole, that's true. Japan is pretty bad. Declining spot as it is now. The struggle with loss. Yeah. No, I mean, I understand. I understand. No, you're fine, Final. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Dude, now my cats are gonna be circling like piranhas again for more treats. Literally, all throughout my Bible stream yesterday, the cats were fighting at my feet. Because they all were like, when are we gonna get our next treat? And then I guess they were just fighting each other to see who gets, like, the treats. Because they just assumed whoever's in there gets the treats. I don't know. Such silly little kitty cats. I love them, though. They're just goofballs. Yeah, Milky is already pacing. It's like she got a taste for blood. She's like, when am I gonna get the next one? Yeah, I should probably... I'll turn down it a bit. It's just because I was like, a lot of y'all have a lot of points, but I guess y'all have used up some. I will turn it down, but if people start, you know, making my cats fat, I will have to raise it more. I'm gonna lower it to 5,000. So I'll lower it a little bit. There we go. I lowered it to 5,000, but I don't want to lower it too much because again, I don't want my cats to get like mega fat. True, the extent of how bad it is was a warning already. People just ignore it. I mean, it is what it is. You know, that's all places in the world. I demolished mine during that one game. Aw, 45,000 points. That's great. No, it can only be redeemed 3 times per stream, but I still wanted other people to like get a chance. I don't know. And maybe they don't need it 3 times for every stream, but it's all good. I'm still trying to find like good channel point amounts. So also, I forgot to mention it earlier, but if you guys hear like a buzzing in the background, because it has been brought up, I'm sorry. I live in Texas. It is so incredibly hot here. I do have a window AC unit running right now, so just wanted to let you guys know that in case you do hear buzzing. Is walking your cat like dogs a thing? I mean, I feel like it can be. It depends on, you know, your cat in particular. Like, one of my cats, Pandora, she straight up likes to play fetch. Unironically, she plays fetch. And she will, like, walk around with her toys until you play with her. Can't blame me. Temp is criminal this summer. I know. Bull, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. You the bomb. No, I've had my cats on a leash before when they were younger. But I wasn't able to take them out very consistently, so now they don't really care for it anymore. But I have pictures of some of my cats when they were kittens, you know, being walked on a leash. It was really nice. Should have a house school so Miki can move somewhere with better AC. Nah, it's easier said than done. There's a lot of things stopping me personally from getting a house, but it's no biggie. Hopefully within the next couple years, I'll be able to get one. I've already been saving up enough. I have plenty for a down payment, but I'm hoping the housing bubble will, you know, pop eventually, and that'll also help. So we'll see. Cal, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Don't take so long to complete. Yeah, like, I have down payment money, but it's still gonna take a while. You play the guitar? Is the guitar in the background for aesthetic? Oh, that's just my background music. Yeah, I do not play the guitar. That's just my looping background music you're probably hearing. Just because I don't want you guys to be sitting in complete silence while I yap here. You just gotta wait for the recession for the finance, bro. I know. Well, I mean, prices are dropping a lot here, but that's not the only factor stopping me from getting a house. Like I said, hopefully within the next couple years, I'll be in a situation where I can purchase a house, and hopefully by then, you know, maybe the prices will fall a little more. We'll see. We'll see. Hi, Emilio. Welcome in. I had to get a trailer first, and I remembered it's not really an option. Yeah. Like I said, money isn't the issue. I'll be fine, guys. I promise. But, oh, I thought you meant the music. No, that's just the... This is just a background off booth. I'm sorry. I totally misunderstood what you were saying. Yeah, I have a ton of different stream backgrounds I circle between. None of them are custom. I just got them pre-made off of booth, so... They're just like that, because that's what they are. I have a bad habit of taking things way too literally. It's the autism. It's the tism virus. And also, with the music thing, I don't even know if there's guitars in the music, because I just sit here in silence. I don't even listen to the music, so... I just make false assumptions all the time. I have not checked it out. No. I actually never watched The Chosen personally, Steffi. So, yeah. I don't know, and a lot of people have, but I never got into The Chosen. What does that even mean, Salty? What does that even mean? Hi, Minnick. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. There isn't? Okay, fair. Yeah, that I'm just making stuff up. For the love of the game. At least having this window AC unit in here is helping things cool off a little bit more. Because I've been really struggling to stream recently because I was just overheating so much. I'm doing pretty good. Living my best life. Yeah. So, It's bad down south. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know last week, the day I had to cancel, the heat index was up to like 122. And so, it was so hot. Even my apartment AC couldn't keep up with it. I ended up running a 102-degree fever because it was just so hot and I couldn't handle it. I just could not. ACs are a blessing, absolutely. Yeah, I had the central AC plus my window AC and it was just not enough. Felt like 113 today. I don't doubt it. I didn't check today because I stayed nice and cozy in my house, but I definitely know it's hot here. Because the day it was 122, it got up to like 85 in my apartment. Today it got up to like 80 in my apartment. It's so crazy. And then it's just like there's nothing you can do about it. RIP my AC bill. Just trying to, you know, exist in a comfortable, livable temperature. Not sure if this is worse or not, but it's just hot enough here to give you a headache without you realizing you're dehydrated. I don't understand how people get dehydrated. How y'all have such a hard time drinking water. Please, guys, drink water. I am actually begging you. Really well made, only if you want to. It took me years to get into it. I binge watched all 4 seasons. Oh, I see. As someone who lives in a tropical country, going out to the city center here is just pain. Sad that urbanization removed so many of the trees here. Yeah, dude, because the trees are what give you a little bit of shade and help keep things cool. And the asphalt and concrete all just absorbs heat, so it makes it unbearable. Because the trees can't even, like, diffuse that, because there aren't any. Hi, Shadow. Welcome in. If I do good in an upcoming interview process, it's gonna be even worse. I gotta go even further south. No, Max, I'm sorry to hear that. You got this, though. I believe in you. No, I won't have a heat stroke. A second one isn't really gonna help, to be honest, considering it just is what it is. I'm fine as long as I'm in front of the AC. I just move my AC unit from my bedroom to my workroom, which is, you know, where I stream, and then back to my bedroom. Because the one I got, specifically, I got it because it has wheels and it has really easy installation. Rather than it, like, hanging out the windowsill, it just has, like, the little exhaust hose or whatever that you put out the window. So I just, like, whenever I come in here and it's hot, I just, like, take it from my bedroom, set it up in here, and then when I'm done streaming, I take it back to my bedroom so I can sleep nice and cool. I was just lazy before, but still some days it does get pretty hot. You get cooked on the asphalt? Absolutely. Hydrate! Okay. Yay! We are chillin'. Why not just take your bed to your workroom too? If only that was how... I do want to get a futon for in this room though. For like, if I just want to be able to lay down, but I don't want to go fully into my bedroom. Because sometimes I'm like, man, I'm just exhausted. I just need to lay down for a second. But my bedroom is on the complete opposite side of my apartment. And low-key, I'm just lazy. And I know if I walk across the apartment to lay in bed, I'm not getting back up to come back in here. I'm gonna just stay there. So... I'm just saying something about not being allowed to... No, the other one I have, Plum, it is one that hangs out the window. It's the specific type and the way it sits I cannot have. Time to down a white monster. I actually love white monster. I really like the red one before they kind of stopped selling it too. Now every time I see a red one, I'm like, ooh, red! And then it turns out to be the watermelon one. And I don't like the watermelon one. I like the original red one. Like I do the white one. I don't know. I don't even remember what flavor it was. You chew on ice for the heat? I have, like... I've been... Oh, speaking of... No, I'm not gonna get one right now. But you guys know how, like, at Korean... Or, like, just Asian in general grocery stores... But typically you see them the most at Korean stores. They have, like, the drink pouches. What I've started doing is I buy those and then I throw them in the freezer. So it's like a giant block of flavored ice. And because of, like, the sugar content and everything, it doesn't freeze solid. It stays pretty soft. Naomi! Thank you so much for the 50! Massive W for Naomi over on YouTube. Thank you so much. Naomi, I know you didn't care about wheel spins before, Do you want wheel spins or do you not want wheel spins? Because I can give you either. I just know you declined them last time, but I still would like to ask you. Thank you so much. I believe it added the time. Yes, it looks like it added the time. Thank you so much. Artificial watermelon flavor sucks, plus watermelon is the inferior melon. Yeah, it's just hard to get in one. Let's do wheel spins? Okay, cool. Well, I have wheel spins pulled up right now. Let's see. We got... for spin number 1. Dude, the wheel loves sticky notes today, apparently. Alright, so you'll get to choose a sticky note. And write a tweet, but then I realized with the write a tweet, some people do not have Twitter, and I haven't tweeted the other stuff yet. I need to. So if you don't have Twitter and or like just really don't want that one, I can respin it. Because, I don't know, I just saw a lot of like other creators put that on their thingy, but apparently it's pretty unpopular. I should probably remove it. I don't know. So either we keep this one or I'll respin it for ya. And for anyone wondering, again, I have my debut Donathon going on right now. Donating. I don't have Twitter. Okay, I'll respin it. That's why I asked. I'll probably remove it. But donating $25 in one setting allows you to whatchamacallit, spin the wheel. And also, if you sub at tier 3 on Twitch, I have a different, even better wheel that I will spin for you. Alright, I can do the random fact right now. Naomi, any topic or about me or whatever else, I'll give you a random fact about it. Get to know Miki. It can be as niche or vague as possible. Or as you want. What does it say to put in Twitter? Like anything? Yeah, it's just like if you want to make a silly tweet that I have to post on my Twitter. So essentially I write it and then I can tweet whatever you want me to tweet. Obviously within reason, as long as it's appropriate. So some people use it to like make me say funny memeable things that I wouldn't normally say. Or, you know, it's just a silly thing. But not everybody's into it. Hi DX, welcome in. Hope you are doing well today. And bye Snoopy, take care of yourself. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. You da bomb. So yeah, there we go. And then, you know, mods, I guess that's 3 sticky notes. But I'll get that Google form back up so I can finish fulfilling the last couple of things for everybody. And we should be good to go after that. Yeah. Great. Ooh. What is sticky note? So a sticky note, also known as a post-it note. It's typically something that people have in offices. Like, you know those really... like the square small pads of paper that you can like write a note on and then you peel it off the stack and it can like stick to something else? That's called a sticky note or a post-it note. Yeah, like this that's on my forehead right now. Sticky note. I don't know. And so essentially for the wheel spin, I can just write whatever, doodle whatever, and then you can slap a sticky note on my model. Please, Gen Alpha. Nah, it's not always that. I know I do have a larger international audience as well, so sometimes the language just isn't quite the same, and so it can be confusing sometimes. I just marked down... again, Naomi, if you want to have something for a fact, let me know for a fact. I can do that now. And then the other one was sticky note, Jasmine. Yes, please write that one down. So thank you. Oh, Plum's already got it. Never mind, we are Gucci. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for all of your hard work. Also, give me uno momento, guys. I gotta mute real quick. Sorry. Sorry, I'm good. I am good. Are you dumb or bum? I am not a bum. I mean, I guess I could be dumb sometimes. I like it in a silly way. Do you like cheesecake or pie? Dude, I love cheesecake. Not a fan of pie. I do not like pie crust. Filling is good. I like cheesecakes. I would say they're the best. I tend to prefer fruity things, so that's my favorite. And mostly, again, it's just the crust that turns me off from pies. We're all a bit dumb sometimes. Exactly. Exactly. Dumb doesn't have to be a bad thing. We're just all in a silly, goofy mood. Dude, it looks like Fish is standing on the sticky note. Miki is the opposite of a bum. I'm a bit of a workaholic. Yeah, I suppose. Cheesecake is goated? Yes, it is. Cheesecake is the best. Background music reminds me of Project Sky's loading screen music. All of my background music is from Rahura on Twitter / Ko-Fi. So yeah. A bit? That's one hell of an understatement. No, it's totally... Oh, Pokemon, thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry, I only just noticed. It was probably when I was muted, wasn't it? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it might be slightly an understatement. I just love what I do. Because remember, when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. So I don't work that much. I'm just doing what I love. I'm just teasing. No, I definitely overdo it sometimes, but I try my best. I'm trying to get better about learning to give myself a break and having, you know, time to chill. I'm not sure. Because I know I do push myself really hard sometimes, but I'm trying to learn. Literally, Mrs. made a whole video game just for debut. Hey, that's less of being a workaholic and more of being an overachiever. Okay? Okay. I'm just an overachiever. LOL. As a mechanic, I love working on cars, but I hate working. Does that make sense? No, I mean, I totally understand, because obviously liking cars and working on cars are still two different things. Because if you like cars, you might like them for the aesthetics. Sorry, my stutter. Or you might like driving them around. But just because you like driving them around or looking at them doesn't mean you like taking them apart and putting them back together. So, that's a slave driver. 2.5 months to create and release a game? Yeah, I don't know. I might have had to whip some people around to make it happen. LOL. The expression should be, if you have imposter syndrome, you'll work 24/7 and feel like you've accomplished nothing. That is true too. Same, I would never mod my own car. I'd end up screwing it up. Yeah. Not to trap. Making what you love doing your job is a way to make you dislike. Oh, no. No, I absolutely agree. I mean, that's how it is. That's why a lot of creators, like, end up... Even like myself, I don't really play video games in my free time. I don't like playing video games. Like, when playing video games and stuff becomes your job, you become a little bit less eager to play them. You know? And so, and even then, if I were to try to play a game off stream, I'm always like, man, I really should be streaming this. Like, I feel like I'm missing out on content. And so I'm like, man, who am I to be enjoying playing a game in my free time when I could be streaming this for my job? But it's very different because, I don't know, streaming a game is a lot more mentally exhausting than playing it alone. But, but here's the thing, at the same time, a lot of my favorite games don't perform well as content, so I just end up never playing my favorite games. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I play things I enjoy on stream, but, you know, you have to find a balance. If I play anything too niche, I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot. I don't know. I think it's because you do it every day, it ends up becoming a bit repetitive. Yeah, exactly. Hi, son. Take care of yourself. Welcome in. Hope you are doing fantastic today. I'm a variety player, so I have games I could play, games I could stream, and games I forget about. I guess that's fair. Doe, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of this I'm just exhausted because you guys see the very public-facing stuff that I work on. Like, y'all see me stream every day. But you don't know all of the stuff I do in the background whenever I am not. Hi, Nim. Welcome in. You don't know all the stuff that, like, I do behind the scenes. Like, planning my content, editing and posting my shorts, like, you know, getting commissions done, planning events in the future. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background that, you know, a lot of people don't consider. And so now, do I necessarily think being a content creator is the hardest job in the world? No, it's as hard as you make it be. But in order to be successful, like, it's definitely not easy, and it does require a lot of extra work besides just, you know, turning the camera on and messing around. So, I don't know. Tinkin and Alvin's troll blue plays. LOL, don't forget those. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have the Google Forms still. That's why I said I need to reassess what I need to do for everyone. It's just been a busy... It's been a busy month. But you guys, if you've been here, you already know that. A stream is very open-ended anyway. Absolutely. Just here watching new people. Got recommended Miki and now I'm here. Nice! Well, super glad to have you. You know, we've been having a lot of new faces recently, and I'm super grateful for that. It's been amazing! Oh, I got hit by a present, but I didn't even get a notification yet. I don't know what happened. LOL. I was just Twitch browsing. Ah, nice. Nice. Well, I'm happy that you landed upon my humble abode. Feel free to make yourself cozy. I'm just saying they probably account for a lot of them that you do in your off time. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are finding me on Instagram. It's because of all of my recent, like, stuff popping off so hard. Hi, Melty. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Like I said, I guess the queue is being cleared right now. I'm getting bonked around. But Instagram has been really popping off. It looks like we're about to hit... I'll probably hit 7,500 followers on Instagram tonight. Which is so crazy to think about. Because again, I've had it like a month and a half. I don't know. I really was sleeping on Instagram. I did not expect it to do so well. But, you know, here it is. Just like... bangers back to back. Insane numbers. I know. Remember when Ludwig made a presentation of Streamers University showing someone making 3K a month from streaming in the top 0.02 of streamers? Most people want to stream because they look at the top 0.001% of streamers making millions. That's true. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of smaller fish that can make a lot of money. Like, if I'm being honest with you guys and completely transparent, I'm really small. Like, we can all agree. Well, I'm not, like, so small. If you have more than 20 viewers, you're in the top 1%. But compared to big streamers, I'm pretty small, right? Like, I'm not even partner. But... there have been multiple months I've made over 4,000. So I've been streaming only about 5.5 months. And I think 2 of those months, I made essentially 5 grand. So it's definitely possible when you're a smaller streamer to make full-time income if you know how to market yourself properly. Well, I mean, even look at my Donothon right now. We're at $5,257 in the last month. So it's like, if you know how to market yourself properly and you use every avenue available, you definitely can monetize. And that was the big thing that Ludwig was talking about, where like, you can't just stream and expect to get money. You have to do way more than that. So for example, I sell merch. I do Vluplay, which is like Cameo, but for VTubers. I do little fun incentives on stream. I have ad revenue, I have memberships, I have subs. So, yeah. Yes, that is true, tech content funnel, exactly. So it's like, if you're only streaming, yeah, it's gonna be harder to monetize. And I get occasional brand deals. I'm still small to where I'm not getting a ton of brand deals, but I occasionally get some, and that really helps financially as well. Oh yeah, I've been in the top 1% for a long time. Salty! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I appreciate it! You are the bomb! You're saving everybody from ads! Yeah, we actually are about to have ads in a minute and a half. So, if you do not have a sub, I'm so sorry to banish you to the ad realm for like 3 minutes. But afterwards, you'll have an entire hour of ad-free viewing. So, heck yeah! Let's go! No, I'm sorry. I know. I hate having to banish you guys, but I think it's better to have mid-rolls than have pre-rolls. So, I tried my best. Talking about subs, we had at 1 point more subs than followers. That is true. Wait, Tech, do you remember how much we peaked at in subs? How many subs did I peak at? I don't even know. But I literally did have more subs than followers for an entire month, you guys. Like a month and a half almost. Ludwig showed 75 came from sponsors. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the downside is, though, May, 1,487 subs. Okay, so I had nearly 1,500 subs. Granted, a lot of them were gifted. But, yeah, that was a very good month for me financially. I didn't know Twitch has ads, TBH. Yeah, they do have ads. Oh, wait, we have a hype train. Oh my gosh, this is our first hype train we've actually had in a while, you guys. I guess this is a good time to mention. Do you hear the crab rave in the background? Notice it's crab rave, but not actually crab rave. That is thanks to my wonderful mod Teardrop, who also made the music for my visual novel. But he made a legally distinct version of crab rave. So, Donut, thank you so much for the biddies. I appreciate it. Yeah, so this is a legally distinct version of Crab Rave because even though I bought an annual license to Crab Rave, they kept flagging my content. And it was so annoying to have to appeal it constantly. But Tier makes music, so now we got legally distinct Crab Rave. The ads, no, not the ads. Rest in peace, we did just hit the ads. It's okay. It looks like we'll be back in like 2.5 minutes. Hopefully. Hopefully we'll all be good. Wait, you're already back? Oh, nice. They let you back really quickly then. The Spider-Man ad. Dude, there's actually a lot of banger movies gonna be coming out soon, so... I'm excited for that. Our record is still 22. Yes, it is. Worm, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. I know, Lord. It is still 22. We got close during my debut. I think during my debut we had a level like 20 hype train, but we haven't beat the level 22 yet. But it be what it be. When did we hit 22? If you scroll down to my Twitch panel, I do have it written down there. I don't remember the exact date, but I know it's in my panel. Oh! I'm getting hit, but I don't see anything. Salty, thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies. Netherite, thank you so much for the gifted. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. I appreciate it. If I get the job, I might start subbing to a few streamers. Obviously, do it because you want to, not because you feel like you have to. Donation, subs, all that stuff is always appreciated, but never expected. Thank you so much. You guys. Wait, what level are we at right now? Okay, so we're at a level 3 hype train. And we are 800 bits or 2 subs away from level 4. We're gonna go back up to 2 days? Nah, there's no way because it's only $1 per minute. So it would have to be over $200 in order to get me back over 2 days. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, it was just a random stream when I hit level 22. Like, it was just a random Tuesday or something. It was actually bonkers. I have no idea what was going through y'all's heads. But you were all so generous that day, and I was so grateful for you. Only 127? Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, 127. I don't know why I thought 200. It's because my brain is broken. Ignore me. Hour is 60 minutes. So, yeah. That is true. We could get above 2 days. But I'll still get back down here by the end of stream. Hopefully. I know math is not mathing. Leave me alone. It's because I was doing 100. Because I was thinking about 100 bits is $1. I don't know. My numbers just got me all mixed up and confuzzled. I'm excited for Doomsday. Nice, nice. It looks like we are back from the ads now. Welcome in, everybody. If you did not catch it and you were trapped in ads, we're in a hype train now, apparently. So, yeah. Doomsday, yeah, like the new Avengers thing. Guys, is this a safe space to say I never actually watched Endgame? Is this a safe space to say I don't really care about Marvel and I never even watched Endgame? LOL. Can't wait for brand new day though. That's fair. That's fair. Same? Okay, fair. Safest space, thank you. I just wasn't interested in it. Oh, it's not safe. Okay, we got mixed opinions here, I guess. My enemies do you watch? Your VTuber avatar is so cute. Thank you so much, Walrus. My favorite anime is ReZero. But I watch a lot of stuff. I don't know. I haven't watched anything this anime season particularly. I've been rewatching Welcome to the NHK. That's what I've been rewatching lately. Favorite comics was never an interest. Yeah, I just was never really into the whole, like, superhero things. I don't know. Uncultured? Nah. I'm actually more cultured than the people that watch that because that's normie slop. Like, Marvel is just normie slop. That's how I see it. And so I'm actually more cultured than the average person for not partaking in normie slop. LOL. Base take? Thank you. Thank you. Drop some ball knowledge on us. Normie slop. Yes, it's true. I don't know. Like, maybe once upon a time it was good, but I don't really feel like it is so much anymore. Looks like we have a minute and a half left on our hype train, by the way. We are 2 subs or 800 biddies away. My favorite Freyrin, Beyond the Journey's End. Nice. Nice. Nah, I mean, I like it. Here's the thing. Me being autistic, I like animes for different reasons. It's a safe pick. If you want a real idea of my taste in anime, though, I would have to give you several. Like Welcome to the NHK, Sunny Boy, Takapi's Original Sin, Chobits, Clanad, Zombieland Saga. I don't know, there's a lot of them. Chat, should we reach... Oh, Frosty, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, the train shall, in fact, live on. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much, Frosty. I appreciate it. Dude, Takapi's Original Sin broke me. Whenever I finished watching the anime, I just sat there staring at my screen. And I was like, man, that was a time of all time. Dude, Clanad is so good. Please go watch Clanad. I want to do a Dongo Family cover one day. One day, I'm going to hit you all right where it hurts. And I'm going to do a Dongo Family cover. And you guys are going to cry. Hey, Miki, I have to thank you. Last night's stream got me to start praying again. You got this, Blade. I believe in you. Remember, it's never going to be easy. But God doesn't expect perfection. He just expects you to take it one step at a time and do the best you can. He always is going to love you. And he's always going to be there for you no matter what. I saved that in my backlog, but I've yet to watch Takapi's. Dude, Takapi's was crazy. I don't really watch a lot of romance animes. No, Walrus. Same, I was ugly crying. I know. I've already watched Donothon, actually. And I did not watch Madoka. No, I did not. Dongo Family would be amazing? Yes, it would. A nice avatar palette. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Where? I watched Clanad, watched all the extra episodes, the motion picture movie. Only thing I haven't consumed is the visual movie. Fair. I can't stay long today. Hope you have a great night. Much love. Thank you, Frosty. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for the gifted subs as well. I appreciate it. I mostly watch shonen. Yes, I'm a normie. Whatever. Hey, we don't judge here. I mean, like, I'll judge and say I think I don't like that stuff. But, you know, if that's what you like, more power to you. Donothon has, I guess, a little bit of its moments. I don't know. The anime that broke me the most is Grave of Fireflies. Dang. Should we reach level 5? We are 2 subs or 600 bits away from level 5. I have not considered watching One Piece. It is way too long. I do not want to slave my life away to catch up. I'm sorry, bro. I just cannot get into it. I like Ancient Magus Bride. Fair. I've heard of that one, but I've never personally watched it before. Bye, Lord. Take care of yourself. Have a great rest of your night. God, yes, my hair was briefly stolen. I'm in the minority, but I dislike romance-centered stuff. Me too. I am not a big fan of romance. I really am not. I stole it. Yeah, Yumi snatched my wig. LOL. I don't know. I tend to like things that are more dark and psychological or philosophical. I don't know. I have seen Shiki. Shiki is a really good one. I actually own it on disc. I own Shiki on disc. Hi, Tank. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Playing on After Story was an exception. Yeah, obviously Clannad's an exception. Because, like, a lot of romance stuff is just very basic. It needs to have something besides romance for me to be hooked. Clannad is amazing. Oh! Salty, thank you so much for the 600 biddies. I appreciate it. Let's go. Level 5 hype train. Hi, Eat Lead. What's up? Welcome in. The world ends with you? Why does that sound so familiar? I don't know. I like the fragrant flower. Blooms with dignity. One of my favorite. I see. See, I don't really like romance stuff. I don't know. Liar Game's been airing since last season. It's been interesting. I think I might have seen Liar Game. I'm not sure. And thank you so much, Ethan. I appreciate it. We're glad to have you here. Alright, guys. We got 4 minutes to see if we are going to move on to level 6 or we're going to stay at level 5 on our hype train. In order to get to level 6, we need collectively... Oh! Anonymous, thank you so much for the gifted. Okay, well, that changes things. We need 2.5k biddies or 5 subs. Miki, I blame you for changing my anime preference. I used to love rom-coms, but now I love dark psychological. Sai, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. You're mine in April. I never really cared for it that much. Like, it's okay. I've definitely seen it. I'm not overly attached to it, I suppose. But yeah. You look like Anya. How do I look like Anya? I actually never watched Spy X Family. What makes me look like Anya from Spy X Family? I don't look anything like her. I don't know. Spy is a good one. I watched a couple episodes of it, but I never really got into it. An Anya face toggle? We'll see. The hair? How? I just have pigtails. Eternal, thank you so much for the follow. Do I need to, like, Google Anya? Yeah, literally the only thing we have in common is that I have green eyes. We both have green eyes. That's literally the only similarity. Our hairstyle isn't the same. Our hair color isn't the same. Like, our aesthetics aren't the same. I am also not, like, a 4-year-old. Tag, thank you so much for the 1.5k biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go. Let's go. LOL. I didn't love how Death Note ended. Yeah. I never really cared for the anime, but I like the manga up until Nier shows up, and then it kind of sucks. I don't know. Got my 100k bits badge. Oh, nice tag. Awesome. Alright, we have 2 minutes left. We are 2 subs or 1k biddies to move on to level 6 now. I have not watched it, nor am I super interested in it. It just didn't look like my sort of thing. L carry Death Note? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And so, like, once L was gone, I don't know. They realized they shouldn't have killed him off, and they really thought, like, Mello and Nier would be good replacements, and they just weren't, dude. They just... they were awful. I'm holding out again. Might do the 100k drop. No, Severo, you don't have to do that. Dude, that was crazy. You're an absolute Giga Chat. I really appreciate you. But you don't have to do that for me. Once L left, I stopped caring? Yeah. Yeah, that's most people's experience, to be honest. Oh, Anonymous, thank you so much for the gifted. To Max, let's go. All right, we're 1 sub or 500 biddies away now. Yeah. We're so close. We have 1 minute left. Anon is goated. Oh, Worm, thank you so much for the gifted. All right, guys. We officially hit level 6 hype train. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Tech was right. Maybe you'll get me back above 2 days. But I don't know. We're cutting it close because that's still like 90 away. A little over 90 away. So I don't know. We'll see. I believe Fish does still need a sub. Yes. How much is 2 days? It would be... Well, if it's $1 per minute, so like... Roughly 90 would get you almost there, but to be over it, it would have to be about 100, but I'm running down the timer too. I'm curious, what's your age? I am 26 years old. I just turned 26 last month, right before my debut. I am a grown adult woman. And I don't know. I am not Ong, bro. A lot of my audience is age 25 to 35. Thank you very much. So I'm actually on the younger end of my audience. Now I feel young. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I am not Unk. I don't believe in calling people Unk. I'm 23. Fair. Fair. Yeah, no, I get it, Steffi. I'm right there with you. Miki is a baby. I'm 51. Hey, Tech is up there in age as well. So I have a lot of older people. Yeah, Tech is 43, and I'm like the same. Almost. Well, I'm slightly older than his daughter. He is a son and a daughter, and I'm slightly older than the daughter. I feel like a chat kid now. Nah, it'd be like that. I have plenty of young people. We're all chill here. We're all chill. We have people of all ages. Dude, that was a crazy... I saw that auto mod. Oh my goodness. I feel like a child. Nah, it's fine. I mean, we have young people too. It's just mostly... I'm not really hip with like the Gen Alpha, so I tend to not have as many young people. I have mostly people 20 and up. I do have people younger. But I mean, like, take Eldon. Eldon is 19. So most people here are adults, but I still have a couple others as well. Gen Z is peak Gen. LOL. I just found you on Instagram. Glad to have you here. Crystal! Yeah! Looks like we have 2 minutes left on our hype train, by the way, you guys. In order to complete it, there's 8 subs. We're at 3.7k bitties. I'm surprised I'm younger than most here. Oh, 21? Nah, I mean... I would say, like I said, I know my biggest audience demographic, like, if I look at a chart, is 25 to 35, but I have a lot of people 20 to 25 as well. So I'm not sure. Would 18 be Gen Z or Alpha? I do not know where the cutoff is, to be honest. Because, like, to be honest, I don't even feel like Gen Z. I'm, like, on the cusp. I feel more millennial, but technically I'm Gen Z. So, rest in peace. Old Gen Z is fine. Young Gen Z is cringe. That's what I'm saying. I'm, like, I relate way more to millennial, but technically I'm Gen Z. I'm just the oldest of Gen Z. So, I don't know. I would trust a 13-year-old to mod more than 23. That's true. Fair enough. Brother, I'm only 5'9". Oh, we're talking about heights. LOL. Hi, don't... Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Gen Z, the youngest Gen Z is like 14. Yeah, I hate being lumped in with that. I hate it because I see all this brain rot. I'm like, I do not relate to Gen Z. Oh my goodness. It'd be what it be, though. I don't know, all the brain rot, stuff like that, I don't relate to it because when I was growing up, didn't have the same access to technology. And I think that's the biggest divide with Gen Z, is that the older Gen Z, specifically, didn't grow up with, you know, technology from the moment they were born. And so, but now all the young Gen Z did. So there are very different mindsets between older Gen Z and younger Gen Z, and it all has to do about when technology became, like, super available. So, I think only young Gen Z is the brain rot. Yeah, for sure. I hate the brain rot. I have a little brother that'll cry if I take it away. That's insane. What is technology? LOL. Alright guys, it looks like our hype train is officially over at level 6. Thank you guys so much, everybody who contributed. I really appreciate you guys. Let's get back to our normal scene. Yeah! Oh, I just realized if you were on YouTube Vertical, Biden, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it. I realized gifts do not show up in my activity feed because it's such a new feature on YouTube. So I'm so sorry if I ever miss those things from you guys. W hype chain, y'all. It was a blast. It was a blast. It was. Got my first phone at 14. Also, brain rot is best. Yeah, I think I got my first phone. I had a, like, flip phone that I could only, like, call from for emergencies when I was, like, 12. But I don't think I really had like any kind of smartphone until, you know, getting to be around 14 too, probably. Getting into high school. And we thought tablet kids with unfiltered internet was bad. We now have kids growing up with AI chats. Yeah. It's rough. Cute transition. Yeah. It's Fish and I. I mine as a kid, but that's because my parents were divorced. We only used to call parents and then 3 games total. That's fair. A lot of it is, again, the unrestricted access. That's where it becomes the biggest issue. The first phone was a Nokia. Nice. I don't remember what mine was. I just remember it was a flip phone. So young Gen Z, I hate how many kids are into AI and brain rot everything. Yeah, like, there's definitely some of you guys I know are sane in the younger Gen Z, but a lot of them are just crazy, to be honest. And I don't relate, man. I don't. The amount of kids who need a phone's a problem. Yeah, it's crazy. I remember having to conserve data and minutes. Absolutely, me too. Me too. That's why, like, my phone was only for emergencies. But yeah. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, how the days have changed, man. And that goes into what I was talking about the other days with the whole, you know... I lost my train of thought. Never mind. The ADHD train has left the building. You wanna know what's crazy? I still remember when the first iPhone came out. Meanwhile, people born after it came out are gonna be 20 next year. Dude. That's crazy. I don't know. Sometimes I hear things like that and I'm like, man, I really do feel... Kids are starting to have problems with simple mental tasks. Dude, it's like that one Reddit post where someone was like, guys, I use ChatGPT so much that I can now use ChatGPT in my head when I close my eyes. And it's like, bro just learned thinking. He just learned thinking. Yeah, that's called thinking. Yeah, and I was like, man, that is so sad. He's like, guys, you'll never believe this. I learned how to use ChatGPT in my mind. It's so sad. And like, we laugh at it and we joke about it. But it's literally so sad. It just shows the insane cognitive decline. Hi, Fal. Welcome in. Kids have having learning problems aren't really the phone's problem. It's parents for not teaching their kids. Yeah, it's because technology ends up babysitting them, so they never learn. So, yeah. Hi, Neil. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. That ChatGPT is becoming too much of a clutch these days. Yeah, people are forgetting how to do things on their own. And they have to rely on it for everything. Yeah, crutch. Yeah, I knew what you meant. People literally can't function without it. And if... like, they can't even form their own, like, connections. I don't know. Technology is convenient, yet it pushes the next generation so far back. Yeah, because even think of, like, interpersonal relationships. Like, let's be real with each other. Nobody is honest online. Even on social media, everyone, it's not that they're necessarily lying, but they're mostly going to talk about the good stuff. And so it pushes people away because it's like, not only is it toxic drama, but also people lie and pretend they only have the good stuff and they never acknowledge the bad stuff. So especially for kids, it gives them a really poor idea of what exactly is, like, normal. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Parents now spoil their kids too much. That's true also. I think parents put too much focus on being their child's friend rather than being their parent. Because as a parent, you're supposed to be teaching your kids and preparing them for the real world. But they do so much hand-holding that kids go expecting to never have to face consequences in their life and have everything handed to them and this and that. It's crazy. Dude, yes, the AI girl/boyfriend stuff is also bonkers. I can't even comprehend it. I definitely talk about the bad stuff, but again, we were talking about... Oh, no, I understand. I'm more just talking about, like, how people like to present the best version of themselves. Like, think, like, posting photos. You're mostly gonna post the good stuff. Or only the really bad things. So I'm just saying it kind of skews children's idea of reality and what is considered normal. Parent want your kids or you're gonna end up with a me. Oh my gosh, Hazy. Hello, Moki. My cat is crawling all on my desk now. It's difficult to have authority with a friend. Yeah, exactly. Because if your kid sees you as a friend, they're not always gonna respect you. A lot of times they won't because they know you're not going to like give them any sort of concrete punishment. Prime example, Instagram. Yeah, Instagram is a great example of that. Remember, Instagram makes people feel like a failure, looking at the 0.001% of successful people? Oh yeah, exactly. That's more what I mean, is you're more likely to see good stuff and like people like, oh, look how rich and how good my stuff is than the bad stuff. So it gives you a really skewed idea of what is normal and what isn't. People should bring back the strict device usage for younger kids, TBH. Oh yeah, no, I definitely agree. At least if we can help them learn one thing, make them read the Bible, that is true. That is true, because that can guide them into the right place. Oh, show. Oh, show. And that's also where, like, I don't like a lot of the toxicity that happens online sometimes with people constantly infighting because you're only pushing people further away. Everyone is fake and everyone's depressed because they only see the best fake versions we can present. That is a beautiful way of putting it, Rabbit. I 100% agree with you. Personally, I get inspired by those kind of posts instead of being demotivated by them, but I get it. Yeah. It's less about adults. Obviously, once you're, like, getting older, you have more maturity. But think of it from a young child's perspective. It's like the whole thing, if you ask kids nowadays what they want to be, the amount of kids that say an influencer, like, it's really sad because they only see, like, the top, as we said earlier, like, 0.001% of people. And then they think that's a reality. Like, don't get me wrong, some of them might be successful, but every single kid can't be in the 0.001%. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of setting these poor kids up for failure and depression because they have unrealistic ideas of, you know, the world around them and how it works. And that's more what I mean about, like, the whole unrealistic expectations. They only see, like, the biggest and best stuff, and then they think that's actually achievable, when a lot of that is nepotism, you know? Like, sure, some of it is luck and hard work, but a lot of it is just nepotism, which means if you're not born into it, you're gonna have a really hard time getting it for yourself. If everyone was an influencer, nothing important would get done. Fair. Then it leads to people joining certain adult sites because the top earners make it look glamorous. Yeah, exactly. It's the, like, glorification of, you know, some really awful things. Honestly, I'd make my kids play a sport at least once in their lives. Oh, dude, absolutely. Sports do teach discipline. Yeah. Fred Rogers' Neighborhood and similar paced kid shows should also be the mainstream kids content too. Cocoa Melon and whatnot fries kids' brains? Absolutely. I agree. It really messes with people's attention spans. I don't know. It's just really unfortunate. I was one of those kids that got away with literally everything. It was fun at the time, but it really made me an a-hole. Once I got slapped in the face when I got to high school, I had to reconsider. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why it's important to, like, discipline children and teach them, you know, how to behave themselves. Because otherwise they just become entitled little a-holes. And they just, again, expect everything to be handled or, like, handed to them. I'm gonna teach my little brother to play badminton because it forces him to think on the spot and come up with many things. Fair. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to sport. I did football and did karate when I was younger. It helped me grow up a little more. Nice. That's good. Sports are great for kids. Gives them structure and lets them learn life isn't always fair. Absolutely. It's a lot of self-restraint as well. I don't know. When did I get a sub for you? I'm not sure. We've had several people gifting subs recently, so you could have picked it up from a number of people. But congrats on grabbing one. Super happy for you. Football changed me. LOL. I mean, I'm a girl, so I never played football, but I did play other sports. TBH, I'm a hypocrite. I'm very critical of AI for its inaccuracy and use of information without consent or compensation. I still use it for convenience to search the internet for answers since the internet is huge. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people run into. Tank! Oh my goodness! Congrats on the 130 stream streak. That is actually bonkers. Dang! Thank you. much for being here. Yes, 130. That's crazy. Some of you guys are racking up the most insane stream streaks. I really appreciate you guys. Question, do you have a favorite dinosaur? Okay, I do love dinosaurs. I have two answers. If I were a dinosaur, I would be an ankylosaur. Or ankylosaurus, but that's not my favorite dino. My favorite dino... I really like dilos, but I don't know. Lately, I've grown a really soft spot for compies as well. I don't know. So, I like a lot of dinos. They're all pretty cool. All the raptors make me cry as well. They get such a bad rap for no reason. I'll reach 365 someday. Yes. Yes, he will. I have faith in you, Tink. No matter what really happens, the only thing we can change is how we handle technology when it comes to kids. Yes. Precisely. Precisely. Roosters are descendants of raptors? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Even though it didn't actually spit venom, I like it. Dilos? Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. That's how I feel, Hazy. That's how I feel. Actually, where did it go? I used to have a Dilo, like, action figure, even though it's, like, based off the Jurassic Park, like, thingy. I had it sitting on my desk, but I think it's packed in a box from when I moved a while back. Valko, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Abby's cute. Thank you, Red. I appreciate it. I was reminded that life isn't fair. I got in a few fights, protecting victims from their bullies. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Blade. Nim, thank you so much for the follow also. Super glad to have you here. Glad you're enjoying it enough to follow. Whoops! Were you not supposed to follow? They did it, Nedry. So they're cool in my book? Fair, fair. My big thing is, if that was his achievable job, what... Oh! Yeah, I didn't get a chance to read yours, Plum. I need to go back up. Actual conversation with a coworker. What's your dream job? Oh, I'll probably never get my dream job. Well, what's an achievable job you want? Actor. Yeah, what was the unachievable one? If he thought actor was like an achievable one. Huh? No super things on YouTube? Oh my goodness! Craft, thank you so much for joining emote only tier. What do you mean no super thanks? There should be super thanks. I know I have super chats. I think super chat or super thanks are only for videos. Like in the comments. For streams, it's super chats and super stickers, I believe. It just passed my mind as I was listening. No, it's all good, Nim. I've actually been working on making my emotes, but so far all of them are stationary. No, I mean, that's fair. That's still really cool, though. Good job. Yeah, I saw that. I rated in last night and checked what kind of content you make. And that you were a Christian, so I followed. Oh, thank you, Rabbit. I appreciate it. Yeah, yesterday I had my first Bible study stream. It was super fun and it went super well. Or can I call you Iwa? I don't know. Thank you so much for the $2. Thank you for the super. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, I think that super thanks are past tense only. So you can only do it like in the comment section of a video. You can't do it while someone's live. I'm not totally sure. Yes, yesterday was a Bible study stream. Yes, Nim, I think I saw... Are you using Star's emotes? Jelly Stara? Because I think I recognize it. It looks like hers. It looks like hers. I know she was doing her Bible study last night also. Yeah, Star and I know each other. Yeah, Star and I know each other. And so, you were probably watching her stream last night. She came to my stream after her stream and was hanging out. Yeah, I know Star. Yeah, I started blowing up on Instagram with my starting to make Christian stuff. And, Spooter, thank you for the follow. So I actually had... What do Jules do? I think that's a new way of gifting that's similar to TikTok gifts on YouTube. So I know it does give me money, but the alerts don't always work. But anyways, on the topic of Star, yeah, Jules are like bits. But on the topic of Star, yeah, I decided I wanted to make Christian content. My shorts about it started blowing up on Insta, and everyone kept tagging Star in my comments. And I'd actually been following her for a while because I really like her TikToks with like the Bible verses and everything. So I got the courage to like DM her and be like, hey, I've actually followed you for a while, and everyone's tagging you in my comments, and I just wanted to like say hi and introduce myself, and now we're chill. Yeah. So, you know, we only just met each other. We've known each other less than a week, but yeah. Hopefully, you know, we'll be able to do some stuff together in the future, because I know a lot of people have already been asking. Yes, isn't Jelly Stara? Yes, we're talking about Jelly Stara. Yeah. That's who I'm talking about. So, I know there's like a little bit of an overlap, because again, on Instagram when I blew up, so many people were tagging her in my comments, and that's what made me have the courage to like message her. So, yeah. Because of the Christian stuff I decided to follow. It's wonderful. Absolutely. Yeah. And also, you know, Christian VTubers, like, there's a good chunk of us, but, you know, it's still sort of small in the grand scheme of VTubing. So there tends to be a lot of overlap in terms of, you know, knowing each other. So, yeah. Miki gonna blow up even more? We'll see. I like to stay humble. There's a fair amount of Christian streamers on Twitch. Sure y'all enjoy them too. Absolutely. Although yesterday was my first Bible study stream, I plan to do a lot more. I do know Celestium already. I don't like talk to her. Like, I have talked to her, but only in group settings. Same with like Straub, which is Rev's wife. And Silent Bell, I've talked to them in like passing in group settings, but never one-on-one. But I'm trying to like get a little more open to making connections. Like, I'm honestly someone that's always really nervous meeting new people. And I'm always scared to like reach out, but it's been really nice getting to talk to other people. Staying humble is a nice thing. Well, absolutely. I mean, especially whenever you're a Christian and everything, you're not supposed to let those things go to your head. And at the end of the day, you know, I just want to be a good role model. I learned a lot last Bible study. I'm glad, Salty. I'm glad. And hi, Chara. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to the future, and hopefully we'll have some good stuff going on. And hopefully I will continue to make some more connections in terms of, you know, other Christian creators. Maybe we'll have collabs in the future. We'll see. I'm doing fantastic, Chara. How about yourself? How are you doing today? Overall, it's been pretty nice. I always feel a sort of guilt for trying to talk to people, even if I know I don't have time to hang out with them. Or even if I know... Yeah, I understand. Good night, Tank. Take care of yourself. Light and darkness being unable to coexist with something new, since it's always being sold as one can't exist without the other. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, they can coexist, because true light can't have any darkness. And true darkness can't have any light. So, yeah, you can't have one or the other. Yeah, it's a complex thing. The whole privation concept. Any other recommend... Okay, so to be honest, I'm pretty new reaching out to other Christian creators and getting to know them. Again, Jelly Stara is someone new and awesome that I have recently learned. There is another girl on Twitch. I believe she has YouTube's too. Saya Mantaray. S-A-I-A Mantaray. I know she recently started doing Bible studies as well, and she's been really cool. I've talked to her a little bit. So I don't know. I'm still trying to get to know people as well. I'm in so many Discords that I want to talk to people, but end up talking to no one. That's fair. Glad that you know Star. To be honest, I saw your poster too a bit, and then got reminded via the stream. Well, glad to have you here, Nim. The brightest flame casts the deepest shadow, or whatever. Yeah. She's great. A lot of people are great. Yeah. Always there to support, you know, my brothers and sisters in Christ. I just remembered, because I have a lot of it right now. I have had Rambutan. Lanzones. What are those? I might know it by a different word. Oh, yes. I have had those. I have had both of those. Yes. I had to Google it, but I have had them. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. I have a lot of, like, especially Asian stores near me, and I shop almost extensively at Asian grocery stores. So, and I love fruit, so I eat a lot of like more exotic fruits that's been exported. Finished a bag of Jolly Ranchers today. Kind of a tummy ache. No, that's why you can't eat too much sugar. Hi, Devin. Welcome in. What is happening? It is currently my debut Donothon. And once upon a time, the timer was above 4 days. So I am trying to run it down. As long as I am streaming, the counter ticks down. And once it hits 0, it is over. So every $1 adds 1 minute to the timer. And then there are also community dono goals, which everybody unlocks when we hit certain goals. For example, our next goal, because everyone's beat my normal goals. We're in stretch goals right now. But at 6,000, I will be having a fish model. Yeah! Fish as in my catfish, not as in like I will become a fish. That's a good Asian markets. Half Vietnamese. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, Asian grocery stores are great. I love having access to them. That's the thing. Analogies are useful tools, but they're never one-to-one. You can always find inconsistencies between them. Yeah. Jealous nearest Asian grocery to me is almost an hour and a half. That's unfortunate. I have several that are near me. What time is it for you? It is currently 9:37 p.m. So it's nighttime. I typically stream at night for me. Because that's when I'm most comfortable. And I typically stream, you know... I typically stream 2 to 3 hours. It depends. If I'm playing a game, I can go even longer. So yeah, 1 hour earlier. Yeah. CST is the only that matters. I live in Texas, so yeah, I'm central. I'm central time zone. It's just hot here. It's 4:37, and you must be over in Europe, because I know that's like the time for my friends in like Germany and stuff. I'm MST Maple Syrup Land. Wait, MST instead of mountain time? It should be maple syrup time. Even though I know not everybody is in Canada. There's people US, but I'm like, wait, that literally, like, it's perfect. Maple syrup time. It's like 4 a.m. here. Dang, you guys gotta get some sleep. I live in Louisiana. Oh, nice. So you're like my neighbor. You're my neighbor. Fair amount of Christian streamers in Texas? Really? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a lot of people. Just in general as a VTuber, I don't have a lot of connections. You know, I'm hoping to be able to meet more people and maybe make some new friends. But I'm generally a very, like, socially anxious person. So I always worry. And I don't ever want to, like, be obnoxious or anything like that. So I just kind of chill. Pizza capital here. Ooh, Italy. Nice, nice. I've slept 1 hour and 38 minutes. You need more sleep than that. The real reason Miki streams at this time is because she wants to ruin European sleep schedules. Oh my god. Yes, absolutely. It's all part of my nefarious plot to ruin the sleep schedules of everyone in Europe simultaneously. Hi, Alden. Play Cuphead? I do not want to play Cuphead. Not really my kind of game. I know people like it. It's just not really my sort of thing. The sleep schedules are a myth. Yeah, I mean, I like the time that I stream at. Like, I know for a while I talked about maybe swapping it up, but I'm not really sure. I can say one from Texas if you're okay with it, but I don't need to say it. I just like spreading... Wait, what do you... Oh, no, I mean, that's fine. Sure, let me know, Rabbit. I don't mind. Yeah, I am really bad at platformers. I am really bad. You into horror games? Yeah, I don't get scared, like, at all. At most, I'm autistic, so I don't like loud noises. And the loud noises hurt my ears and or startle me. Because I'm like, ow, my volume was too loud. But generally, I don't really get scared. I just kind of... Oh, Melinda, I do know Melinda, actually. I didn't know she was in Texas. That's cool. I did not get scared. Guys, actually, here, this Friday, you guys are going to watch me, play Alien Isolation with the heart rate monitor. So you guys can come to that. We'll have a spooky game on Friday. But I must warn you guys, just because I have a heart rate monitor, and like, I'm gonna warn you right now, my heart rate's gonna be over 100, but I promise it's not because I'm scared. My resting heart rate is like, well, without medication, my resting heart rate's like 110 beats per minute. But with medication, it's like maybe 90-ish. I don't know. So, and like if I stand up, it'll get up to... No, it is. I have a heart condition. And if I stand up, simply standing up will make my heart rate easily go to 130. So if I move even slightly, my heart rate will go up. So we'll see. I'm genuinely curious to see how it reacts to horror. Because like my heart rate's already so high, and even just moving slightly makes it go up. So I don't know. We'll find out together how my heart reacts if it actually starts picking up. Gonna trigger your life alert, Chivo. I know. I literally am. I mean, like I said, loud noise. I feel like my heart rate will still get spiked, but I won't necessarily. Essentially, my heart rate is always so high. I'm in a perpetual state of stress and anxiety, and I think that's why I don't get scared by horror games, because I'm just perpetually scared and anxious. I don't need a horror game to be scared. Might would have EMTs on standby. Nah. If I could easily reach 160 if I just stood up. I'm not gonna lie. If I just like stood up for a couple minutes, I bet I could easily do it. We'll play around with my heart rate monitor. LOL. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. Don't let Miki do any physical activity or she will have a heart... It's not that I have a heart attack, I'll just pass out. Because it doesn't give me a heart attack. It's just essentially because my heart rate isn't stable, my blood pressure drops, and then I'll black out. And I'll literally faint. I'm like a fainting goat. If my heart rate gets too high, sometimes my blood pressure just dips out from underneath me and I'll just go goodbye. I'll go night-night for a little while. Yeah, it's literally not enough oxygen reaching the brain. Yeah. And so, it'd be what it be. Does your heart at least make you faster? Do you have a fat... No, I have like the slowest reaction time ever. I'm not gonna lie. Miki's VTuber bottle looks short, and I have to imagine being short. Me, that's possible. I'm actually pretty tall. I'm not gonna lie. When I showed you the graph the other day, it went to 160 within a few seconds of me standing up. Yeah, I know, Plum. Plum's in the same boat as me. Hi, Fuzzy. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good today. Her name is Miki Komori. Just Miki. Gotta go to bed now. No problem. Take care of yourself, Suki. You lock up and fall over like a fainting goat? Nah, I lock down. I don't know. I just all of a sudden... So I can tell when it's happening, and I can normally mitigate it before I fully black out. I've only had to go to the hospital once because of it. But generally, I just sit there and my vision will start feeling like it's a little dark. And then all of a sudden, I'll feel like my whole body goes limp. And that's my sign to like, oh, Miki, you need to like sit down instantly so you don't black out. A WD-40? Yes, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it's WD-40. I think it's supposed to be like pest spray. I don't know. But yeah. Oh yeah, dude, I was worse than even a chimpanzee. I do have a VOD where I did the human benchmark test. My reaction scores were really, really bad. Bye, Chara. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Yeah. Dumb question, but does the ocean scare you? No. I actually already played Subnautica and Subnautica 2. All of the VODs are still available on my YouTube, although I believe I did that while I was pre-debut. Could also be deodorant? That's fair. I like Subnautica. Yeah, open water doesn't really scare me. I let my community vote on what horror game I would play, and everyone voted almost overwhelmingly for Alien Isolation. So that's why that's the one we're gonna play. I feel like if anything, Fish has told me that Alien Isolation is kind of difficult. And I'm gonna be honest, chat, I'm not an epic gamer and I do rage at games. So if anything, I think Alien Isolation is going to spike my heart rate, not because I'm scared, but because I'm gonna get really pissed off and really frustrated. Like if I die, I hate dying. I do have phobias, but I don't like talking about them because one of them is legitimately a clinical phobia, and unfortunately the word phobia has been watered down so much that people don't really understand what it means to have a phobia. They just think phobia means really bad fear. But I've almost been hospitalized due to my phobia because fortunately with exposure therapy, I can tolerate it mildly enough to not like black out and hyperventilate. But I prefer to not and let people know. I gotta keep them guessing because otherwise, like, most people are respectful enough that they wouldn't, like, intentionally trigger me, but you never know. There's some mean people out there. Raging is gonna be funny? Yeah. If she won't be scared, at least she'll crash out. That's fair. And my heart rate will probably spike a lot from crashing out. I have thalassophobia, so I get you? Yeah. It's true, this shark is teeth. Alien learns too. I have heard that. That has a really, really good AI in terms of, like, learning your player behaviors to track you down. So yeah. Educated what it truly is, I am curious. Well, too bad. I have a phobia of caves called spelunkophobia. Yeah, I understand. I just have arachnophobia, but I live in an area with a lot of spiders. That's fair. Like I said, a lot of people just think phobia means bad fear. They don't really understand what a clinical phobia is. Like, a clinical phobia is genuinely debilitating. Like, for me personally, I start crying and hyperventilating to the point I literally asphyxiate and can't breathe and will black out. And one time it happened so badly around... I was trying to go to a haunted house, but I didn't know there was going to be, like, clowns. Oh, well, there you go. Well, I didn't know they would be there, and I started having a panic attack, and they almost had to call 911 because I, like, straight up collapsed to the ground and was hyperventilating so hard I was blacking out. And they couldn't calm me down, and so they were afraid they were gonna have to call 911 to, like, get medical attention so I didn't, like, die. So, yeah, no, I do not do well. So, phobia does not mean bad fear. It is, like, something that can kill you, dude. It's like having like a deathly allergic reaction. It's like you can be allergic to something, but being deathly allergic is a totally different caliber. A bit of a slip? Yeah, I know. Freudian slip. So it is what it is. It's like a brain crash or the fear stat or something. It's essentially fear stat overcranked. So it literally, like... I don't know how to describe it. It literally makes my brain short circuit with such a primal fear that my body essentially thinks it's currently dying just from looking at something. So I don't know. Yeah, Freudian. Because Sigmund Freud. So it's called a Freudian slip. Yeah. Never seen this shark before. Care to explain, Miki? What do you mean, Timmy? You've seen this shark plenty of times. Yeah, it's a really primal fight or flight response that, again, can, like, you know, cause medical issues if you can't breathe, etc. So yeah. I find that strangely remarkable. LOL. Reminds me when I get a panic attack, I literally stop breathing. Yeah, that's basically what it is. You have, like, such a bad panic attack, you literally stop breathing. And so then you're depriving your brain of oxygen, and it can literally cause you to pass out. And, like... technically, you can have a heart attack. You can have, like, a stroke. All because, you know, your heart is overworked. You're not getting enough oxygen to your brain. And so, that's why, like, I avoid what I can. LOL. Reminds me of the goats that freeze and fall over. Yeah, that's literally me, the fainting goats. Yep. Freud was a weirdo. You're right, Eldon. Absolutely. But that's where the term Freudian slip comes from. My brain weirdly short circuits when I'm watching a stream and hear my first or last name, regardless of context. Honestly, that's fair. Yeah, it just makes you, like, stop and be like, what the heck? What's going on? Just because you're not used to it. But a lot of people have similar names, so it's not too uncommon to hear your name. I don't know. I get that sometimes, too. Even when I'm, like, out in public. And then I'm like, oh, what? And then I'm like, oh, never mind. That's not me. I have really bad social anxiety. I don't even really leave my house, bro. I got that agoraphobia drip. LOL. The concept of agoraphobia is so dumb as well. Because it's literally the fear of being in an inescapable situation. Like, I don't leave the house because I don't want to be in an unfamiliar environment where I can't immediately escape, or I don't know exactly how to react. I need to have everything planned down to a T, or it gives me immense anxiety. I had to get used to it since my name is so common. That's fair. Whoever made the fear of long words as a troll too? I have heard that one before as well. Yeah. I mean, sounds understandable. Yeah. Yeah, that's why, like, essentially, I don't like leaving the house, because being in an unfamiliar environment will make me have panic attacks. Live in Texas, always bring your minigun. I do not trust myself with guns. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I grew up on a farm. I've used guns plenty, but like, I don't have any that I personally keep at home. Not anymore. You know, I've unfortunately struggled with mental health problems in my teenage years that made me decide when I became an adult that maybe I don't need a gun. And I will leave it at that. I was like, maybe I'll just leave guns with my father if I want to go hunting or this and that. Maybe I don't need to keep them in my own home. So yeah, I try to keep away from things that could potentially be temptations for not great stuff. Good on you for being responsible. I mean, I really try to be. And that's what I always tell people too. Like, one big thing is that, like, mental illness never goes away. You just learn to manage your triggers. And so there's a lot of silly things that, like, for me personally, I trust that I'm in a good enough mental spot that it would never be an issue. But at the same time, I don't want to, like, even have that as an option. If for some reason something bad did happen, I just try to eliminate as many triggers and avenues for, you know, harm as possible, just so I can have a little bit more, you know, peace of mind as well. I feel like if I would drive a tree, I'd be looking mighty smoochable. No, that's so sad. I understand though. I physically shake when I hold something that can hurt others. Yeah. I'd only hold a gun as a range toy. Well, like I said, I grew up on a farm, and I went hunting a lot. Like, my family's a lot of big hunters, so I've used a gun plenty of times. And, like, I do recognize they're really good for self-defense and stuff. It's just personally, again, I don't want to keep one in my house just because I don't want that to be a temptation. If for some reason I were to, you know, be in a dark place, you know, I just don't want to, because, like, another thing, guys, like, I have borderline personality disorder, so sometimes the Miki you guys know and love just disappears when I get upset. And so it's like, although I trust the Miki you guys all are talking to right now, I don't always trust the Miki that comes out in bad situations. And that's where I would just like to eliminate potential triggers, just in case. So you handle loud noise of guns well? Yeah, because when you're shooting a gun, I feel like it's different. To me, it's almost like I don't hear it. I'm so focused on getting the good shot, I almost don't even hear the sound. No gun for just in case I go haywire. Exactly. No, it's not really an alter ego. I mean, I guess sort of. With borderline personality disorder, it's called borderline because it's borderline psychosis. It doesn't quite fit the criteria of psychosis, hence borderline. So essentially, my mental illness and the things I've gone through in my life have led to where if something really bad happens to me, I essentially, like, dissociate so hard that, again, I reach borderline psychosis. And, you know, that's why I'm such a big mental health advocate, too. And I think it gets a really negative rap sometimes because people act like it's something uncontrollable. And it's definitely something that can be controlled and managed if you know, watch your triggers. But yeah, if something really bad happens to me, I get really upset. I get really angry. Okay, if you don't know borderline, think of people that have multiple personality disorder. You know how they can just, like, switch personalities and it's almost like a totally different person? It's sort of similar in concept with borderline, I'd say. But essentially, if I get really upset, I just... Unfortunately, my mind goes very dark very quickly. Again, the whole borderline psychosis. And I tend to be a lot more self-destructive. And you can't really talk to me. The way I like to describe it is like a feral caged animal. Like, it's a really unfortunate thing. And that's where it's like, although I trust my impulse control and I trust my rationality whenever I'm okay right now, I know that when really bad situations occur, I sometimes become incredibly self-destructive and impulsive. And it's impossible to, like, talk reason into me because I'm essentially acting on lizard brain is the best way to describe it. And so, although I trust myself, I don't necessarily trust lizard brain Miki to make the most healthy decisions. And those times pray. Well, that's the problem, is that with borderline, is specifically that you can't do those things. It's literally a mental... My parents, whenever I was younger, they used to call it flipping the switch. And so, legitimately... You can't think straight at all. It's a really complex thing to explain if you don't have it or you don't know anyone in your life that has it. What it boils down to is you cannot form rational thoughts. You can't even remember things. So essentially, it's like I get amnesia, which is why I say I don't trust Miki in that state. Is because if I get too upset, it's essentially a trauma response where I essentially go full amnesic and I act purely on impulse based on whatever fear or negative emotion I'm currently feeling. And even if there's someone else around me, it's very hard to have them be able to get through. Yeah, I turn... Y'all know D&D, I go in berserker mode. I literally go berserker mode. And even if someone were to try to talk to me, they can't talk to me. Because again, lizard brain. I'm not like the same Miki that can think rationally and form coherent human thoughts. At that point, I'm nothing more than a caged animal. And that's where it's best to just like get me to calm down, because literally cannot talk to someone when they're in that state. Like, walking away from the controller, but game keeps playing. I mean, sort of, yeah. And that's where I say it's like, it's really difficult to handle on my own. And that's where it's best to just... Essentially, in that state, the best course of action is harm reduction, which is, again, keeping triggers away, rather than trying to be like, oh, Miki, calm down. You just gotta kind of, like... You know, put me in a bubble. I gotta be in timeout to be able to cool off. Ironically, one of my best strats I have, which again, to people that don't suffer from this or don't know anyone that suffers from this, unironically, my go-to strat is locking myself in a closet in the dark. Which sounds like insane. But remember, borderline psychosis. Oh wait, ads? No, not the ads. Oh well, that's how it be. But yeah, so unironically, I can feel... It's called splitting. Hi, Miki. Saw you from Instagram. Just finished the Bible study. If you have one, what's your favorite Bible verse? Mine is Romans 8:26-27. The one about wordless groans and how the Holy Spirit intercedes for us. So it reminds me that even whenever I'm crying and can't form a cohesive thought, God still understands exactly what I'm trying to tell him. I just came in. What are we talking about? I was talking about borderline personality disorder because it's something I struggle with. And I was trying to talk about how it works exactly in terms of, you know, impulsivity. And it's like a different person. You can't talk rationally. And I was talking about, you know, mental illness and coping mechanisms, harm reduction, you know, eliminating triggers, things like that. So... Oh, that's like shutting your surroundings off so the brain can sort things out. Exactly. Exactly, because I essentially, in BPD, it's called splitting whenever you go into that. Essentially, like, I mean, I hate reducing it to something as juvenile of a, like, ooh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because I don't like demonizing the mental illness, especially someone that suffers from it. But you do have to realize that it's like, it's almost a totally different person that acts on impulse. And for me, in that state, it's like the only thing I've ever felt is fear and pain and anger. And so it's really hard to snap someone out of that. And so rather than trying to talk sense into a person who is essentially like a caged animal, it's best to just reduce harm and isolate, which is, for me personally, if I feel like something really bad happened and I'm getting really stressed out and I feel like I'm at risk of splitting, I unironically will go lock myself in a closet in the dark to, like, just, you know, deep breaths, you know, let me watch like some cute cat videos and essentially try to calm myself down, because I know once I pass that threshold, I'm essentially not going to be able to be rational at all. And so I try to not get myself to that point. My ex is BPD, so I'm pretty well versed in it and dealing with others. Best to detect display? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, I'm actually pretty managed. I'm not on medication. I mean, sometimes I still wonder if I should be on medication. But I'm definitely way better handled than I was as a child. I just had a lot of negative experiences with side effects. But that's where it's like, I don't like demonizing BPD, because it's definitely something that you can't get rid of, but you really can learn to work with it and overcome it if, you know, yourself and the people around you are willing to understand the risks that come with it. Which is where, like I said, one of my biggest coping mechanisms is when I detect a split is coming, go lock myself in a closet to, like, breathe and calm down before I hit that point. Or just be able to recognize things that typically trigger me and try to stay away from them, so that it doesn't push me to that point. So I don't know. Yeah, that's just going down purely down to autopilot. Yep, basically. Demonizing any type of mental illness is disgusting. It really is. And it's really sad because That's what ends up pushing people deeper into mental illness. And that's where I always try to remember as well, or like tell people that, like, dude, everybody is struggling with things, and that's why we should be understanding of other people and what they might be going through, and don't judge a person on the surface level of, you know, maybe how they act, how they think, because you never know what's going on below the surface or what caused them to have that sort of reaction. It's not a bad thing, but not a good thing. Just basic bare bones survival. Yeah, exactly, Bolt. And so it can lead to really dangerous and impulsive decisions. Hi, Knife. Welcome in. People like you and me, if we took medication for every disorder, it could be an entire meal of pills. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I already take enough pills for my physical health that I've just opted that for me, and again, it's different for everyone. Sometimes psychiatric medication helps for people, but for me personally, based on my own experiences, I realized that therapy and like cognitive behavioral work is way more effective for me than taking medication. I'd rather essentially raw dog my mental illness with coping skills than take a pill, if that makes sense. And that's not the case for everyone. Some people do not have the willpower to raw dog it like that, but some people do. Yeah, BPD, it's unfortunately more common than people think. But it gets demonized so hardcore, and it makes it to where, like, when people hear the word BPD, they instantly think, like, evil. I don't know. Finding the right meds is a difficult journey, absolutely freaky. And I had some really bad side effects with some medications. And it ended up just turning me off in general. And that's why I opted to go the direction I did, because my body tends to not react very well to most medications. So I figured raw dogging it's the way to go. What's the timer? It's for my debut Donothon. It's been going on since my debut on June 26th. $1 adds 1 minute to the timer, and it goes on until the timer hits 0. Once upon a time, it was above 4 days, so it's been a really, really long journey. But I'm finally over halfway there. We're getting through it. Minimizing or disregarding it is some immaturity or drama hurts? Absolutely, absolutely. Doping like that's more healthy than most people think? Yeah, it just takes a lot of willpower. And a lot of people don't have that mental strength and willpower to do it. ADHD meds are helpful, but other than feeling my brain change is scary for me, I prefer to stay normal. Yeah. I'm essentially able to raw dog my autism in school as long as my grades are good. That's good. It sounds lame, but specific breathing exercises pull me back. Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of like coping mechanisms that sound dumb on the surface, but they really do help a lot. Like one thing is, you know, yes, the deep breathing, like the circular breathing or whatever. And then also, I hated it when my therapist first taught it to me as a kid. But the like 5 things you see, like 4 things you hear, 3 things you can feel, like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever it is. So that you can focus on, like, your immediate surroundings rather than whatever's going on in your mind. I hate that that works because it's such a stupid coping mechanism, but it really does work super well for grounding you or bringing you back from a breakdown. I think my mom is mad at me for having insomnia. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, try your best to go to sleep the best you can. You know, maybe experiment with some things that'll help you be able to sleep a little easier. I always knew I'm not evil. I do my best. Like, I'm definitely by no means perfect, but I really try my best. A trick I do to deal with triggers or lack of motivation is tell myself if I don't do it, then no one will. That quote can keep you going in hard times. That's super fair. More seriously, I read a fictional book by a person with BPD that had a character that went through the kinds of things she goes through. It was really, I don't know the word, insightful, eye-opening? Yeah, definitely. Because again, a lot of media likes to really demonize what we go through. So it is what it is. And yeah, I'm good, Plum. But yeah, it is ticks. Yeah. I don't know. I'm good though. There's no particular like trigger or anything. It's just the topic, I guess. She made me take Benadryl and melatonin gummies the other night. Well, I mean, if it works, it works. I don't know. Because some people that stuff works, some it doesn't. Benadryl I wouldn't recommend necessarily as a sleep aid, but melatonin does help people with sleep. So, at least it can for some people. I really really just depends because it depends on what is underlying, like, causing insomnia. And that's why it's always best to, you know, talk to a doctor and see what a doctor thinks. No, there will be no Hat Man. Please do not take Benadryl regularly or mix it with alcohol. Those are very not great things. Good night, Penta. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope you are doing well. Get some good rest. He's already here. No. Do not invite him in. Do not redeem the card. Do not redeem the card. LOL. Hatman comes to me even when I don't take any meds. That is not helpful. And that is not good. As someone who did struggle with those things, Alden. Pray about it, my man. Melatonin is great. Your head is peaceful but just busy. I get night terrors from it. Yeah, like I said, it works for some people, but not everybody. I once spent over 2 months only getting about 4 hours of sleep. That's awful. You can't do that. You need to get actual sleep. Obi, thank you so much for subbing on YouTube. I appreciate it. Can confirm the Hat Man is a bro. Oh my... No, please. You guys need to have better sleep habits. You know, I found out today because I went and rewatched Star's VOD from yesterday because we stream around the same time. And so I only got to catch the first 30 minutes of her Bible stream about Christian burnout, and I went and watched the rest. But I found out that she had a tutorial on how to take a shower, and I actually really like that. I'm not gonna steal that from her, but I need to make, like, a tutorial on how to properly sleep. She did, yes, I know, because she was talking about it, and I was like, wait, that's so funny. She unironically made a tutorial on how to shower, because, you know, some people don't grow up in good families where they're taught proper hygiene, she was explaining. And so she unironically made a tutorial on how to, like, shower and, like, do self-care properly. And I thought that was so cool. I'm like, I need to do something like that for you guys, except about sleep. Because so many of you guys have horrible sleeping habits, and it breaks my heart. Technically yes, but I need to get back on it, or maybe I'll start taking them. Oh, I see. Well, I wish you the best, Eldon. I know how to sleep, just make sure my brain doesn't get enough oxygen. Oh my gosh. It's raining down with the hose on the lawn. I have insomnia. A lot of people struggle with insomnia. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Some of it is actually medical. Some of it is spending too much time on electronics. Some of it is living in urban areas where there's too much fluorescent lighting that disrupts your brain's, like, signals to go to sleep. There's a lot of reasons for it. I'm clearly not welcome in this. It's 5:08. No! I mean, you can be here, but just make sure you're getting plenty of sleep eventually. Having bad sleep or having bad mattress to sleep on. The truth is, I kind of pass out to sleep when I touch my bed. I work myself too much. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it's always important to get plenty of rest. Seriously. I have 4 monitors. Maybe that's the problem? I don't know. Maybe so. Are you suggesting sleeping at 2 a.m. and waking up at 8 a.m. is bad? Well, if I remember correctly, like, we're told we should sleep about 8 hours a day. So it could be worse. That's still 6 hours. Because, for example, take me. I sleep around 1 a.m. and then I wake up at 10:30. So even though I go to bed at 1 a.m., I'm still getting 9.5 hours of sleep. Crystal, thank you so much for the follow. So it's not so much about when you go to sleep, it's about how many hours you sleep. That's what's the most important. Remember to drop the screens 30 minutes before going to bed to sleep well. Yes, that is true. Part of getting a good sleep is, in fact, getting off the phone. I get insomnia almost exclusively when I try to get a consistent sleep schedule. And then outside of that, I can sleep for 17 hours. Dude, Plum, I'm telling you. Like, that's exactly how I was with narcolepsy. Because I was diagnosed with insomnia initially. But I was always confused. I was like, I can't sleep at night, but I can pass out at literally any moment in the middle of the day. And my parents never understood it. And it made so much more sense when I got diagnosed with narcolepsy. Because they're like, it's 2 sides of the same coin. Like, narcolepsy, everybody thinks is eepy disease, where it just makes you fall asleep whenever. But it's less about making you fall asleep whenever and more about your body can't regulate a sleep schedule. And so it just chooses its bedtime whenever it feels like it. Whereas normal people, they have their circadian rhythm that tells them to, you know, consistently go to bed and wake up at the exact same time. People with narcolepsy, that part of their brain is broken. And that's why, you know, you need medication to regulate it for you externally. And Zan, I will not be watching JoJo's. Day 61, I'm telling you now. What's your favorite book outside of the Bible? That's really difficult. I like a lot of books. Some favorites are classics, to be honest. Flowers for Algernon, Of Mice and Men, Fahrenheit 451. It's probably somewhere in one of those 3 books. My sister is narcolepsy. Yeah, it's actually more common than people realize. It's just, it's not always so severe that people end up getting diagnosed with it. I didn't get diagnosed with it until I was 21, I believe. I'd been struggling with it for a long time before then, but my family always was like, oh, Miki's just lazy and like falls asleep. Even though I would try to tell them I was just falling asleep randomly and I couldn't control it. But I didn't get diagnosed until like 21 because I started, and this is really bad. My narcolepsy got to a point where I'd fall asleep driving. You know, thank the Lord that I never got hurt or hurt anybody else. I was smart enough that I would feel I was getting tired and I would pull over. But I was like, man, why do I keep like falling asleep in like a 10-minute drive? It's only like a 10-minute drive. Why am I having to pull over halfway through a 10-minute drive to take a nap? And so when I went to the doctor, yeah, I guess it was narcolepsy. So, you know, it doesn't affect everybody that badly. I do really well now because I'm on medication. And I don't really struggle hardly at all anymore. You know, again, thank the Lord. But, yeah. Fahrenheit 451 was good except for the imaginary barn scene. I have the whole alphabet when it comes to mental things. Jesus literally took the wheel. He did. He did. He gave me the feeling in my heart to pull over before something bad happened. No, it's not the movement from the car. It's narcolepsy. Narcolepsy doesn't... I mean, it kind of has triggers, but it can happen at any time. It was more than I was having narcoleptic attacks so often that I would pass out in the middle of doing anything. And obviously, driving is just dangerous, so it didn't really become a concern until it was interrupting even things like driving. Oh, would narcolepsy still happen if they slept? Yes. Yes, because it has nothing to do with that. It is essentially your brain short-circuiting. I can't remember exactly how my neurologist explained to me, but it essentially your brain shuts down, and it can happen in the middle of doing anything. It's specifically something in your brain isn't wired correctly. And so, for example, a common trigger, you know, again, praise the Lord, I don't have this, but some people with narcolepsy, if they laugh, it'll make them pass out. They'll fall asleep if they start laughing. Same with sneezing. Sneezing is a very common trigger. It just has to do with how your brain is wired, is that sometimes just randomly, the most random thing will tell your brain, okay, night time, and you'll instantly pass out. There's 2 types of narcolepsy. There's the kind where you just fall asleep, and then there's the kind where you go completely limp. I have the kind where I go limp. So basically, I lose all control of my limbs and I fully, like, pass out. You know, I can't move. I essentially become paralyzed from it. I can't remember if that's type 1 or type 2. I always forget, but that's the kind I have. But again, with medication, fortunately, I don't really struggle. Occasionally, I might still feel it coming on, but I don't pass out randomly. I'll feel like I get tired out of nowhere, but I'm not going to fully pass out, if that makes sense. Accidentally turn my sleep schedule backwards, so that means I can catch your streams. Nice, Sayla. Welcome in. Glad to have you. ADHD causes me to randomly black out. It's not like that. It's literally falling asleep. I wish I had that laughter sleep trigger. I could go to sleep looking at memes. LOL. Really? Yeah, that's exactly how it happens, Plum. A fainting goat disorder? Yes. Yeah. So it's not super fun whenever it happens, and it can be incredibly, like, scary and stressful, because you can fall asleep doing anything. Like I said, I would all of a sudden fall asleep while driving, or almost fall asleep and have to pull over, and that's really scary, because that's how people die, or, like, accidentally get in car accidents and kill other people. And so, again, with medication, it helps. Essentially, for people with narcolepsy, typically, you know, for a little insight, insider thing. Typically with narcolepsy, first line of defense is they give you stimulants to keep you awake. Because the whole disorder is messed up by your brain has no concept of when it should sleep and when it should not sleep. I would sleep 24 hours a day. Like, many days I would sleep 14, 15 hours a day just because I would randomly just fall asleep. So I take stimulants like most people with narcolepsy, and that helps my brain stay awake and be able to fight whenever my brain randomly decides it's time to go night-night. I still get randomly tired, but it won't make me instantly become paralyzed and fall asleep. It at least gives me like a buffer of time where I can get somewhere safe and lay down if I need to, or sometimes the impulse is like small enough that I don't have to sleep. If I just power through it, I'll be fine again. Now, for some people, stimulants are not enough. Fortunately for me, they have been enough, but sometimes it requires you to take a sleeping pill at night as well. So because your body can't control when it's supposed to sleep, for some people, they have to do a stimulant as soon as they wake up. Light, thank you so much for resubbing. They do a stimulant when they wake up, and when it's time to go to sleep, they take a sleeping pill so that they can, like, help themselves go to sleep. I applied to a bunch of places for a job today. If I get hired, I just hope I don't have to work Sundays. I totally understand, Carson. Hopefully, you'll still be able to make it to church. Any repetitive or passive task is dangerous for me? Yeah, 100% Plum. And hi, Queen. Welcome in. Wonder if I have it? Dude, I've actually, ever since getting diagnosed, there's not going to be Bible study tomorrow. Bible study is on Sundays. Bible study was yesterday, if you saw my short about it. But yeah, so... Oh, narcolepsy is common. If you ever feel like something is wrong with your sleep, you're sleeping too much, not enough, please talk to a doctor. And if they dismiss you, life hack from Miki. Ask if they can do a sleep study. Request a sleep study. It is expensive depending on your insurance and things like that, but if you genuinely feel like something is wrong with you, that is the best way to get diagnosed. Because they kept telling me it was just insomnia, but the second I had a sleep study, I wish I was joking. They sent me home early from my sleep study. They're like, this is the most obvious case of narcolepsy I've seen in my entire career. Just go home. We don't even need to keep you the whole time. And then I was like, wow, now I know what's wrong with me and I can actually get treatment. So it was a crazy experience, but I'm very grateful for it because now I can actually function like a normal human being. Like, getting on medication was life-changing for me. I'm like, wow, this is how people feel every single day? You mean their entire waking moments are not consumed with when they can next go take a nap? Crazy. I don't have narcolepsy, but I do have a side effect. My medication makes me tired 24/7. I can sleep whenever, wherever for hours. That sucks. I hate when medication side effects are like that. Naps. I love naps. Naps are good, but in moderation. If you're doing them way too much, then it becomes, you know, very dangerous, especially if it's something like I was struggling with, where it would be nap time at any given moment, even in dangerous scenarios. Life is high-key pay to win. It is, and that's really unfortunate, and I hate that, especially as someone that does struggle with disability. I have to pay way more than the average person just to live still what is a worse quality of life than most people. So, like, despite... Like, okay, here, y'all wanna mind break real quick? I have to have an infusion every 6 months. That costs $53,000. So just for that medication, it's $106,000 a year. And I still have poor quality of life. So, yeah, life really is pay to win. It is ridiculous. Thank the Lord for insurance and, you know, payment assistance programs. But yeah, it's crazy because it's like, okay, so I'm too disabled to work a job, but I'm still expected to pay these like exorbitant amounts of money. That's why I'm very grateful for VTubing. It's given me the ability to be able to work a job, and Mal, thank you for the follow. It's given me the ability to essentially work from home and try to, you know, make money to help with medical bills. Since I can't work a traditional job. Opheria, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I was born a free-to-play in life. I know. Yep, that's exactly what it is, Hades. You are literally right on the money. Most people don't guess. I just say that and nobody guesses. But yeah, that's exactly it. I know someone? Yeah. It sucks. And here's the craziest part, you guys. Specifically with specialty medication, even though I have insurance can just straight up be like, LOL. Yeah, no. I found out, thanks to my condition, I don't have cancer, but my medication is classed alongside chemotherapy. So essentially, insurance says, yo, so since you're like so sick and almost no one has to use this medication, it's so expensive, we're just not gonna cover it. So insurance typically doesn't cover chemotherapy as well as other certain treatments like the one I'm on for my other condition. Because they're just like, yeah, bro, sorry, you have a rare disease that's really expensive to treat. And normally we don't have to pay for this, so we're just gonna not pay for it. You're on your own, which is crazy. It's like I pay every single month so much money just for them to still be like, yeah, just because you have a rare disease, you're on your own. It's like, it's so sad. What would you trade? Nothing really. Narcolepsy is like the least of my issues, CK. I hate insurance companies literally denying stuff doctors say you need. Absolutely. Yeah, purely because they say it's too rare. It's really unfortunate. And I bet the meds... I actually don't know because my medication is definitely a specialty medication. So I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't know. I wonder if my weird need of Canadian healthcare would pay for it? I don't know. Like I said, it's a very specialty. So, even the more specialized... I mean, if they will cover chemotherapy, then they would probably cover, like, the type of treatments I get. Because they class it with chemotherapy, even though it's really nothing like chemotherapy. I don't know. Do you budget your income in expensive... Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I'm very blessed by God to be able to be fine. And, you know, I don't mention it 24/7. But, you know, like, guys, in case you haven't been picking up what is very obviously laid down all the time, I'm married, you guys. You know, Fish, my magical talking cat? I know, this is probably gonna mind break you, but I don't actually have a magical talking cat. So, I'm very fortunate to not be relying on purely my own income. I do have my husband who... Yeah, there's Fish. Yeah, believe it or not. But yeah, so I'm very fortunate that, you know, not only do I have his income to help, but also I've been very blessed with VTubing as well to make money. And it really helps offset the cost because, you know, one income is still difficult. It's not a cat. I know, it's crazy. Absolute mind break. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we've been married for a while. Yeah. But it's very helpful, and that's where I'm very blessed, because if it weren't for that, like, and here's the thing, and that's why I think it's so stupid that people are like, oh, VTubers shouldn't be married or talk about it. It's like, you do realize almost every full-time VTuber is married, right? Like, you do realize that's the only way they can VTube, right? Like, the world is so expensive, and the reality is a lot of VTubers do not make enough money. So if they do not have a job other than VTubing, I can tell you with almost 90% certainty, there is a husband or boyfriend behind the scenes paying their bills. Because it's the only way they can afford it. VTubers are real people. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Either married or part-time job. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. If they deny having a job, then there's probably a partner behind the scenes. VTubers shouldn't get married. Dude, I know. It's because of idol culture. They're like, oh, VTubers, like, immersion, this and that. And it's like, yes, I'm a cute little anime girl on the internet, but I am also a real-life person with, like, a real-life issues and real-life things that happen to me. I know, crazy. I'm not actually a perfect 2D anime girl. Why can't idols get married? It's because there's a very parasocial culture around, like, purity culture, where they're like, oh, if they're married, they're not pure. And essentially it all boils down to fans want to be able to imagine that they have a chance with their idol. And by saying that you're married or in a relationship, you're essentially crushing the idea that your fans have a chance to be with you. And people are so parasocial, they think that's a bad thing. They want to believe they have a legitimate chance at being with their Oshi, which is gross and weird. Even though I am very open about being married, and even though I don't like say the word married, it's very obvious when I'm like, oh yeah, Fish and I went out to eat. Fish and I went to the movies. Fish and I went to go visit his family. Like, it's very obvious I'm not actually talking about a magical cat. Like, dude, obviously. And so, it's like I have a fun way to like insert, you know, my husband, Fish, into my lore. But it's like, it's obvious. It's like, you don't have a chance. What makes any... And I still get hit on, bro. People still, unironically, despite knowing that I'm married, have come in and they're like, Miki, just give me a chance, bro. Please be my girlfriend. My brother in Christ, I am literally married. My husband is less than 10 feet away from me at most given moments. Like you hear me be like, hey, Fish, can I have a water? Hey, Fish, can you grab me, like, insert thing here? Like, the audacity, bro. It's actually crazy. The only ones I know that can do the no job, no spouse are the ones like Iron Mouse with big followings or corpos. That's fair, but even look at Nimi. Nimi was married, and she was corpo. Anyways, but yeah. Oh no, my favorite VTuber, Miki Komori, is in a committed relationship. How heartbreaking, I know. No, his name is not actually Fish. It's obviously Lord, just like my name isn't actually Miki. Can we say hi? Yes. You guys can say hi, Fish. Say hi to everyone.
Oh.
I don't know if y'all could even hear that. He's playing Darkest Dungeons right now. He said hi. He can read chat, guys. Just so you know, like, yes, Spiritfish, I use as a bot account, but that's also his actual account. So he can read chat. He reads chat pretty often. And, like, might comment here and there. Fish said hi. Okay, you did hear Fish? Cool, cool. He said low. It was probably my mic, just because of the way we're situated. I just heard low. His name was All the Dwells in the Sea. Yeah, totally. But yeah, I don't know. So Fish is a fun way to insert him into my lore and still have, you know, fun stuff. But it's very obvious, you know. Wait, what? What crazy autocorrect? I have to allow that just so you guys see, like, the absolute insane mess up that Freaky had. Yo is F-word single instead of Fish. That is the craziest fumble. I'm sorry, I had to allow that through auto mod just to laugh. I cursed too much. You cursed so much that it changed the word fish into the F-bomb. I love when a VTuber's SO is platonically loved by the game. Dude! Unironically, he went to bed already. Okay, so I have met two of my viewers IRL. One is my mod, Tech Daddy, and the other one is my viewer, BB Tankman. I met them at a convention before I blew up. Here is Miki. IRL. And obviously they met Fish too. And unironically, guys, Tank has been trying to kidnap my husband. I wish I was joking, dude. He has been trying to kidnap Fish. He literally told me, he's like, Miki, I'm coming back down to Texas. Can I borrow Fish? He's like, I'll tell you what day, but can I borrow him so that we can go to the gun range together? And I'm like, bro, so you're not even inviting me. You're just straight up trying to steal him. Yeah, bros before girls. Yeah, it's like, he doesn't want to hang out with me. He asked if he can borrow Fish. Not if, hey, would both of you guys like to hang out? No, it was, hey, can I steal Fish to go to the gun range? But, you know, Fish and I are a package deal. Fish told him that we'll go out to eat at Chili's together. Final offer. And Tank agreed to that, so we're gonna go have Chili's at the end of August. We're gonna go eat at Chili's together. So no, I mean, I'm not gonna go eat Chili's with a random viewer, but I'm like, it's better than having Fish stolen away from me for an entire day. We don't need to be IRL because we're already clones. Yeah, we basically look at the mirror and we've already met each other, Plum. I know, crazy. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun. Miki could give me the support. Dude, I've probably shot guns way more than Fish ever has. And I'm like, no, I'm not invited. But it's fine. It's all in good fun. Tinky distract Miki and I'll shove fish in the marriage sack and throw him in the car. No. Poor fish. Like, no one even lets fish have a say in these things. I've shot guns, can I come? LOL. Yeah, a Miki first IRL meetup at the gun range. We all know Fish is the real VTuber and Miki is the mascot. That's how y'all make me feel sometimes. But hey guys, see? Fish getting a VTuber model is actually the next goal. If we hit 6K before the timer hits 0, which is a very real possibility, Fish will be getting a model. So, we are currently... This is a stretch goal. FishTuber, yes. So we are, what? 647 away. So we're still quite a ways away. But it definitely is a possibility. Fish is the model, Miki's the voice. Y'all have... I mean, if we're being, like, completely honest, it's probably gonna take me another month or so to fully run down this timer. And that's considering no one else donates. So, y'all have a shot. Y'all have a shot at it. Honestly, meeting a VTuber at gun range will attract your most diehard fans. Yeah, for sure. And then the goal after that, the 7,000 one, will be a Chibi Miki model. I will get an official Chibi model. So, Fish model, then Chibi Miki. I can't remember what the 8,000 is. I don't remember what I agreed to for 8,000. I'm gonna have to look. I'd go even though I've never been to a gun range. LOL. Like, here, let me see what the 8,000 is. Because y'all are in the stretch goals, so they're really spaced out now. Open? Okay. Oh, 8,000. I will get a maid outfit. I will have a maid outfit design. So so 6,000 is a Fish model. 7,000 is Chibi Miki. 8,000, I will get an official maid outfit design. I won't be able to instantly turn it into a model. We'll see, but at least get the design done. At 9,000, I will, at the request of my viewers, read the entirety of the B-movie script on stream and voice act it. Highly requested. And then at 10,000, first original song. I will make an original song. So they're all very, like, high stretch goals. I didn't expect to get this far, low-key. If we somehow hit 10K, I literally have nothing planned after that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So... 9,000 is our real goal. Yeah, you guys, that's what y'all have been saying. Originally, I said it would have to be 10,000. I wouldn't do it until it was 10K. But, you know, I agreed. I wanted to put, since 2,500 was a song cover, I wanted, you know, my last stretch goal to be original song. So, yeah. Read the B-movie script at 9,000, yes. But we're still very far away from that. We're still very far away, so we'll see. Honestly, I mainly follow VTubers because I like the models. That's fair, DX. That's fair. Meet up at a gun range at 20K. Oh my goodness. Yeah, actually, you guys, I'm almost done with my song cover. I was working on making the video today. It's gonna be a little more rudimentary. Would the original song be a Christian song? I mean, I would like to have... it might not be explicitly Christian, but definitely Christian undertones I would like it to have. Absolutely. Kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, I would have to think about it. For sure. But I would like it to be like a good, spirit song. Alden, thank you so much for the 200 biddies. I appreciate it. So, like, lean on me? I suppose. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But I would like it to have a Christian message. Even if it's not, like, explicitly saying, like, oh, God, this and that. I would like it to have a Christian message behind it. I'll buy a lottery ticket tonight. If I win, are we getting B-movie boy? Y'all crack me up. I think the B-movie script might become a running meme. I feel like there's a better analogy. Maybe so. Maybe so. I don't know. Because, like, you can have Christian music without it, like, saying necessarily God. Like Switchfoot. Yeah, Switchfoot's a good one. Switchfoot... Oh my goodness. Has, like, dare you to move, right? Switchfoot does dare you to move? Yeah, that's a perfect example. You're winning a B-movie script. Yeah, it'll be just me. I'm gonna be reading the entirety of it. Maybe I can rope fish into it. And because, yeah, you know what? Yeah, because we'll have the fish model. I can maybe work on getting fish a model. And then it will be our first duo stream. And then I'll see if I can get Fish to do the B-movie with me. So that'll give you even more incentive to hit it. And Fish is probably like cringing right now. Like, oh, Miki, please don't involve me in your shenanigans. But I will force Fish to read the B-movie script with me. Memorize Andrus? Dude, I cannot memorize the entire B-movie script. I have short-term memory loss. I cannot be doing that, bro. The mods have to take for... We'll see. We'll see. But that's still a long ways away. We can circle back around when we're a little closer, if we get that close. I don't know. Your Wi-Fi dropped? I'm sorry to hear that, Sap. Dude, my cats are still, like, hanging underneath my desk. I'm down. I'm an actor at heart. Yeah, I know. You were ditching streams for, like, some theater thing before. Really, Nim? Well, good luck. You got this. You got this. Okay, guys. Well, let's see. We have been going for a little over 2.5 hours. I think what I want to do from here, perhaps. Don't drop your Wi-Fi. You need to be gentle with it. It's a growing young router. Yes. I'm debating if I want to start wrapping up here pretty soon. Even with my AC, it's still kind of hot. And, I mean, I had a really draining weekend. We'll still yap a little bit longer. Maybe we'll wrap up around the 3-hour mark. So, you know, 20-ish minutes or so. But if you guys didn't know, I do already have the schedule out for this week. I posted it on Instagram, YouTube community tab, and Twitter. Tomorrow we will be continuing with the fourth game in the Dark Pictures anthology, The Devil in Me. If you're not familiar, it is a Choice Matters horror game like Until Dawn, The Komori, some other games similar to the genre like Detroit Become Human. So a lot of fun. Things are just getting good over there. We'll be playing that Tuesday, Thursday. And then on Wednesday, we are going to be playing a few different short games. I had 2 different indie devs reach out to me and ask me if I'd be willing to play their games and showcase them, and I agreed to that. And then depending on how long that takes, I will also finish Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. Friday is going to be the horror game with a heart rate monitor. We'll be starting Alien Isolation. Tag, thank you so much for the gift. Yes, now Fish finally has a sub so that my, like, raid emotes will work. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna cough. Hold on. No problem, Carson. Yeah, it's 10:38 for me. But I understand. Please get some rest. Seriously. Okay. Gotta drink some more water. Yeah, actually, last week I played Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. The VODs are... You can see the VODs on YouTube. Reminder, guys, I stream on YouTube and Twitch. So you can watch wherever is most comfortable for you. But I did play Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. And then I got like maybe halfway-ish through Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. But I need to finish that up. Because my awesome mod Plum actually gifted it to me. So still gonna do that. So yeah, we'll be playing that. So I have the 2 games the devs reached out to me to try out. Finish Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. And then, yeah, Friday is Alien Isolation with a heart rate monitor. So that will also be fun. What else we have? Saturday is going to be game night again. Originally, I wasn't sure how Mecha Chameleon would be, so I was like, maybe we'll do Among Us instead, but low-key, Mecha Chameleon was so good, other than the one person that was very obviously stream sniping me, that was a little annoying, but I was being a good sport, and I wasn't calling them out despite that. Well, we might play Mecha Chameleon again, but for sure, Saturday is going to be another community game night playing with viewers, plus we can have bigger lobbies, and stream sniping is less of a concern. So we can maybe play that again. And then Sunday will be our Bible study. Just like we did yesterday. So we have a lot of fun stuff that will be coming up this week. And I hope you guys are all excited for it. I don't want to do Jackbox. A, I don't own it, and B, I don't want to have to worry about moderating certain aspects of it. And Mecha Chameleon was pretty good for, you know, constant rounds. And being able to just kind of autopilot instead of having to swap people out. Because also Jackbox, a lot of things tend to have smaller lobbies. Yeah, Mecha Chameleon has been fixed. With just the mods, the game itself is fine. Yeah, but even then, that's still fixed. No, it wasn't you, Eldon. You weren't the one stream sniping. It was a first-time viewer that was doing it. And they weren't even being sneaky about it. Because eventually Fish, like, stopped playing too. Because even he got annoyed. Because he's like, I would literally see bro, like, stop and pause. And just stand still for, like, 30 seconds. And then beeline to where I was. And then he would kill me, as in Miki. It's like I literally watched bro just stand still for 30 seconds. Then beeline all the way across the map to kill you. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I even called him out on it once, but he's like, no, I'm not cheating. I just knew it. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. But I was being a good sport about it. The one person who went immediately to where you were as soon as the timer finished? Yeah, it was pretty obvious to a lot of people, but again, I was just trying to be a good sport and I wasn't gonna make a fuss about it. So if that individual does come back, I will say that they will be removed. I don't want to deal with that, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I know, Sapper. I just don't want to do it personally. And besides, I let my community vote on what games they wanted, and these are the games they chose. Mecha Chameleon was almost unanimously what my audience voted for, and so I went by popular vote. I was going to do the second most popular, Among Us, in case I didn't like Mecha Chameleon, but everyone liked Mecha Chameleon, and I didn't mind playing it. I was playing it actually for the first time on Saturday, but I liked it, so I'm willing to do it again. I'm gonna trap him in my puzzle basement if he comes back. Oh my goodness. I'm really good at Among Us, but no one ever believes me. That's fair. Yeah, I'm bad at it. I just don't like social deduction stuff. I can't lie. And then also, me being my autistic self, people are like, Miki is sus, Miki did it. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And they're like, Miki is sus, she said she didn't do it. And I'm like, but I literally didn't do it. And then I get voted out, but I wasn't even the imposter. I don't know. It becomes like such a stressful thing so quickly. But it'd be what it be. I don't know. I can't win. I get voted out if I did it or if I didn't do it. That's almost exclusively what I play always. I almost exclusively play story games. I'm finishing up the 4th game in the Dark Pictures anthology tomorrow, and Thursday, which is The Devil in Me. Because of the heart rate monitor, I'm playing Alien Isolation on Friday. But I want to play the Altars and the new DLC that came out for it. I did get a free key for it, and I'm going to be excited to play that. That's a very long, like, story-based game. I like a lot. I almost exclusively play story-based games. I don't really play the popular stuff. I just play what I like. I don't know. And I like stories. Until then, I feel like I have heard of it. I have not played Red Dead Redemption 2. It doesn't really interest me. I'm not a big Wild West kind of person. I know some people are really into it, but it's never really been me. It's a story-based game, and it's the only piece of media that made me cry? I see. Well, I will keep that in consideration. Let's see here. I am not a fan of Final Fantasy. I do not like RPGs. To be honest, I just don't like any, like, heavily gameplay game things. I don't know. Sorry, my floor was just shaking, and I was like, why is my floor shaking so much? Yeah, it was like, I guess the people beneath us, like, slammed the door. Gameplay loop? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I don't like farming or anything like that. I don't like grindy things. I don't. So that's why I'm not a big fan of RPGs. I don't like grinding. I don't like gameplay heavy things. I prefer story heavy. Yeah, I like chill stuff like visual novels. Yeah, I don't play exclusively that. There's actual games too that have it. I just want story to be more of a focus than gameplay heavy things. So yeah. I play a lot of cool stuff. I have good game taste regardless, so I think it's still cool. I mean, you don't like walking across the map 5 times to deliver messages back and forth? To get 5 XP? I know. It's crazy. Yeah, I, believe it or not, am not the biggest fan of that. You know, I wish... As it seems, that's 90% of what games are out there nowadays, but just not my kind of thing. Let me see. RDR2 is one of the only games to make me nearly cry because of how amazing the story is. That's fair. Everybody likes different stuff. I have not played it, but I've watched Fish play, like, a more recent one or something, and I enjoyed it. But I never played it, I just watched it. I've tried Coffee Talk, wasn't really my favorite. I didn't really like it, I didn't get very far. I just play chill games now? Yeah. Yeah, I got you. I don't like cozy games necessarily, but I like being able to kick back and relax, for sure. That and skill trees, I don't enjoy skill trees. It's fun sometimes to min-max, but it just gets really old as well. I don't know. Specific. Oh, I've tried. I did not like Skyrim either. Again, if it is mostly gameplay, I don't like it. I know Skyrim has a story, but realistically, it's more gameplay than it is story. Like the wandering around doing so, I don't like that. No, dude, I do not. Shut it, Fish.
Story, yeah, but like lore.
Yeah, I get it has lore, but the gameplay, Fish, that's the issue. I don't want to walk all the way across the map a bajillion times for nothing. Everyone's like, let him cook, wait. Nah, Fish loves Elder Scrolls. It's not me. He says he knows all the lore if you didn't hear that. See, games like that, I'll watch Fish play it, but I won't play it for myself. It's just because I don't like it, especially because Homegirl has carpal tunnel and arthritis in her wrist, so I don't like extensive like hardcore gaming sessions. It starts to be in pain. I don't know. So I'll watch someone play it, but I won't play for myself. Like take for example, I'm so sorry, Tech. Close your ears, Tech. Specifically with Death Stranding. I was watching Fish play the second one. He told me everything about the first one. It's cool. And Tech gave me Death Stranding the first one because he had an extra key and I haven't. I keep forgetting to touch it. Close your ears, Tech. Close your ears, Tech. I need to try it, but it's literally the walking sim of all time. So it's like, I think it's cool. The story sounds really cool. And I liked watching it, but like, man, bro, do my wrists hurt and do I not have the patience? Exactly, Plum. It's unimmersive. Well, I mean, it's not that it's unimmersive. There's a lot going on. But it becomes mind-numbing. Yeah, like I said, I watched Fish, though. I never got around to playing myself, but I really enjoyed watching Fish. I got pretty invested. Because, like, Fish was telling me all the lore and stuff, also. There's lots of combat. It's the side stuff that's walking sim. Yeah, but you're still technically walking. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I hate Breath of the Wild. I think it ruined the direction of the franchise, but I'm not gonna open that can of worms. I always get ranting too hard. Yeah, I hate Breath of the Wild. As a long-term fan, I hate it. It's not a bad game. I just think it took Zelda back in a direction I didn't like. What do you mean the Master Sword is durability? Why do we have to add all these like cooking mechanics and all this other crap? I don't like it. Yeah, I don't have an official Discord, but I do have a fan one. Because I have had bad experiences before, and I didn't want to be liable, but hey, that's where my community stepped in, and they wanted a Discord, so they made one. So my mods run it. L after L? Well, at least my name isn't that lame guy. I think that's the biggest L of them all. I jest. I'm obviously teasing because I know you're teasing as well. At least I hope you're teasing. I'm eating tortilla chips. Left over from my food earlier. No, I'm just saying he's saying I'm taking L's, but at least my name isn't literally that lame guy. Need a good game for his stream? Beat the original Mario game? Nah, not my thing. I have plenty of games. I don't need recommendations. Play Poco? What's Poco? I feel like I know what it is. I can't remember. Let's see. You're playing a quick game about a clown who gets kicked out of the circus. I can't do clowns, unfortunately. You weren't here for earlier. I have a very severe phobia that exposure therapy has only helped me slightly cope with. RIP. It doesn't matter, bro. A clown is a clown. I can't do it. Yeah, I tried Power World. I played it when it very first came out. I haven't played the new stuff. There we go. I joined. Nice. Also, guys, I believe we are going to be thinking about reading out. I've heard the name. Guys, do you know someone, Lady Lark? Any of my people that watch Christian VTubers? I know people have mentioned Lady Lark before. I feel like I've heard the name. Does anyone know her? Is she chill? I believe she's Christian VTuber. So I see she's live right now. I don't know what she's up to. She looks like she's like on Twitter. I don't know, Star, that's fair. I'm just asking because I'm trying to look about if there's any Christian VTubers on right now. Louis Lee? Is that I'm looking on Twitch. Oh. Is Lulu on right now? I just was looking at Christian ones right now. Is Lulu on? Oh. I was like, no, Lulu's not on right now. Hi, Faye. Welcome in. No problem, Sapper. Take care of yourself. Yeah, I probably would, Epic. I probably would. I'm not gonna lie. I might perish away. That's fair. I was just seeing, like I said, if anyone was online. Here. I will send you over to this person. I believe they are doing karaoke right now, and they are trying to hit 1K followers, I think. I know nothing about them. They have like the little fish scale thingies, so I guess they're some kind of like fishy person. I don't know exactly what they are. I don't know anything about them, but I'll try someone new. We'll see if I can get my earbud in over here. There's someone named Arira Akai. Oh, they're a shark, I believe. So hey, shark the shark. Alright, well then, here, let me hydrate real quick. I'll send you guys over there. Everybody, please behave yourself. If one of my mods can type the raid command for us. If you have a sub, please copy the raid message so that we can spam that in Arira's chat. I believe she is trying to hit 1K. So, you know, maybe we can drop some follows, spread the love. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Noah, thank you so much for the gifts over on YouTube. I appreciate it. But I will be sending you all away. Yeah, it's only on Twitch. Unfortunately, I can't rate anybody out on YouTube. So YouTube, I don't have anywhere for you, but I wish you the best. I will see you guys again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you all then. So until next time, everyone. Bye-bye.